nigga, fuck all that bullshit. I'm here. Yeah. Black chicken in them motherfuckers.
So good people. What going on? This your boy Big Biggs. Yeah, I'm in here Big Big tonight. I got the lovely Adrian. You know what I'm saying? And we got a special guest. You know what I'm saying? We got somebody, we got an actor, former NFL player, CFL. What else you ain't doing? You play would you play tennis, author, actor, savant, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that.
Savant. Yeah. We got our boy Stevie. Say your name.
I'm Big Bag.
Big Bag. Stevie Baggs.
Okay,
I'm Big.
You Big Big.
I'm Big Big. And that Big Bags. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the media show. Welcome to the media. Oh damn! My bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. I let her talk. I let her get her own. Okay, she gonna be the next 5 minutes telling you about herself. Go ahead, Coco. Ladies and gentlemen, Coco.
Beautiful, lovely, sexy, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All of that.
Thirsty, Mersty.
It don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey man, but look, man.
I have an acquired thirst.
That's a shot at me. Now, at the end of the show, we're gonna put up a poll. Who would you rather? Big Bags or Big Bigs? Yeah. For all you chubby chasers out there, today is your day to stand up and show out.
Listen.
Lord.
See, he played linebacker. I played no tackle, and I was in the trenches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We call the people movers. You know what I'm saying?
I got a little trench dog game. I played DN too. Mm-hmm. I was pass rusher, so I
okay, bro. You play with DN? Are you OBL? OLBL. Yeah. So welcome to the media show, man. We thank you for having taking time out of your schedule to come sit down with us, man. It's like going over your uncle house or your auntie house, man. Sit around the table. We talk a little shit. We do talk about the serious topics. You know what I'm saying? We want to know what you've been had going on, what you've been up to, man. So welcome to the media show.
Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah.
All this femininity, I got my dog over there. I ain't gonna put no effort.
Nah. See what it is they've been thirsting and lusting all day. So I said they're going to make a sandwich. I made you a sandwich. Cause get what? They always say, why you want to put the guests over here? But I said, damn. Every week, why you got okay? No more. Go put the guests over there with y'all. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Look at on a weekly basis. So
this shit.
You get something like this come in. Of course, we might be a little
different.
A little dehydrated.
It's just different.
You know what I'm saying? Be a little dehydrated when other folks come around.
Damn, that's wow. That she was a little thirsty. I did post a picture today of her thirstiness. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got water on the table because motherfuckers are dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? Look at Angel got 2 bottles because she ain't out. She parched.
So what that make me? I got a whole goddamn.
You just came from the gym. So man, like the big news of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like you played in the NFL. And you played professional for 10 years for a whole decade, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you think about, when you played, it was the best time of the year, you know what I'm saying? The official, you know what I'm saying, beginning of the season. I mean, what is it? You got the year, y'all league year, and then the free agents can sign. You've been in free agents before, the frenzy. To give us insight what that was like.
Like as a pro football player, your only money that's guaranteed is your signing bonus. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't understand that. Now there's certain contracts. The bigger the contract nowadays, they switching up and they giving guys more guaranteed money inside of their deal. Mm-hmm. But it's only because they gave them so much money at the door. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the frenzy that's going on, I'm not really surprised. I mean, everybody's following the money and the players. I think the players should follow the money. Look, especially if you have a title already. I played 10 years. I was in a part of 3 Grey Cups, a part of 1 Super Bowl team. But that's not the end all be all. The real Super Bowl is the game of life. You come up out of this shit and you take care of your family for real. You feel what I'm saying? Or you gonna be, I always say, NFL nigga police. Or you gonna be one of them people that's broke and broken. when you leave the game. You feel me? So the frenzy's cool, but like my little cousin just signed to the Colts. I got one doing his little brother doing a pro day tomorrow, and then their younger brother play at UGA, right?
Pull it out. Next champ.
Kenny McIntosh.
Okay, okay, for real.
His brother, I just hung up with him. They going to UGA for a pro day.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying about it is that they're listening to the information.
Yeah.
That I didn't have. Yeah. About how to take this money that you are getting and turn it into some generational wealth for real.
Yeah.
You know, don't damn a land rover, go buy some land.
Yeah.
You feel me? You can't control culture without agriculture. Yeah. And a lot of our people, you know, we get in the league and you trying to show people that you got a check and you got a bag. But you know, I think the frenzy needs to be talked about in a way where we protect that check and protect the legacy and don't just be a nigga for lease. Have a newfound life. You know what I'm saying? And not forever leave. You feel what I'm saying? Now I can take care of my family forever leave. That part. Yeah. And so I seen Deshaun Watson, you know, doing his thing too. So I mean, I think it's good if he gonna get another shot and get back in the league.
Do you feel like he deserves it?
I definitely do.
Because you know what I'm saying, you know, let's just call a spade a spade. He did beat the system. They saying, and they wish on him. 22 people said it was some bullshit.
Right.
The court said no charges shall be filed.
Well, the courts know that the money talk. We're in a system where, you know, the people who control the money control the narrative. They control everything that goes on with legislation and the judicial system. And so when it comes down to it, you never heard anything about women before he didn't want to sign back with Houston.
Yeah, we want to get trapped. Okay, that's right. You a real nigga. That's what I want to get out there. Yeah, that's what I want to get out there. You part of the bullshit too.
I'm part of that.
No, what I'm talking about is you a part. You speak the bullshit.
No, I'm
talking about. I'm
gonna call it spade. At the end of the day, when I played in the league, I seen the way they treated players. Like even the things they did to AB.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Like you can't give me, bro. They gave us 800 milligrams every day.
Yeah,
Celebrex every day.
Yeah,
cortisone shots
to numb the pain.
To numb the pain.
Yeah.
No. They're not gonna force you to take it, but they're gonna force you to take it.
They make a culture. They put a culture around like, man, you know, man, we need you Saturday, man.
You can't make the club in the club.
Yeah.
Anybody who played this game know what that means.
Yeah.
You can't make this club and stay on this club if you in the tub, if you in the training room, if you hurt, if you injured. See what I'm saying? That's what that means. So at the end of the day, they force you to get out there and get it back, especially a guy who's a bubble guy or a guy who's trying to get it in a contract year, and you trying to get to that next contract. You know, you're gonna do things that you wouldn't necessarily do for your body, and that's why when people get their money, a lot of the times their game fall off, right? Because I had to do so much to get there. But yeah, it wasn't with Deshaun. It wasn't until his brother said, "Man, I don't want to be here in Texas anymore." Okay, like how many of the owners never got a happy ending from a massage? Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
you want to throw the stone at this man? What are some of the diabolical things that y'all do as owners?
Yeah, look at old boy in Miami paying $100,000 a game to lose.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
That's what kind of tricky about this. What I be saying is that like one thing that really been pissing me off about the coverage every day. Every time they talk about him, they talk about the charges. Bruh, no criminal charges are going to be filed. So it's like you still trying to put the narrative out there like he did something wrong.
So y'all show called media.
Yeah.
Multi-ethnic destruction in America.
Okay. Wow.
Multi-ethnic destruction in Africa, in Asia, in Australia. And the first thing I gotta do to you before I destruct you is I gotta distract you with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Through media. Yeah. So media control the narrative, homie. So if they want to make this man look like a martyr or a hero, they'll make him do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why when people don't like you, it is what it is. They can always love to like you.
Yeah.
But when people love you, you already set the bar so high. The bigger your audience, the bigger your audience. Everybody want more followers on the gram. Everybody want more likes. But you mad that somebody saying something negative on your page. It don't work like that. You got a bigger audience. Everybody ain't gonna vibe with
I love to hate. If you hating, you're watching.
That part. That part.
People ask me outside, you really don't? I said, bro, I love when people talk about me. That mean I'm in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like if you talk about me, I'm in the room. And I said life is all about always being in the room.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? People, you want to know what made Jay-Z and Kanye and all our people big? Because they ain't got to be in the room, but they in the room. So the more people talk about you, the bigger you are. You know what I mean? So like nobody.
That's true.
But for women, it's different because y'all don't like nobody talking about y'all. Women, because women, y'all hate when people talk about y'all.
That's not what I'm saying.
Don't be mentioning my name. I'm like,
I think it's. I hear what y'all saying as far, but I don't think it's a positive thing when people are willing to just do whatever just to be talked about.
Oh no.
No. We talking about hating. We talking about people hating. We ain't talking.
No,
Yeah.
I ain't talking about people hating. I'm talking about people who do
Yeah,
stuff.
put a
do
battery
stuff,
pack on
put
their
on-
back.
Yeah, just so people can talk about. I want to be talked about, so I'm gonna do anything to be talked about. Like that. I feel like that's different.
They're crash dummies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want to be a
That's
crash dummy.
that's people
for
who have no ethical who have no ethical morals. Who are people that they some bullshit.
Now,
They don't.
we all know if you post anything positive on your gram, on your TikTok, it ain't gonna get as much vibes as like you post some carnal shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, at the end of the day, that's what this whole thing boils down to is that the people who are crash dummies, those are the people who everybody gravitates toward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You talking consciousness, you talking righteousness, you talking some sense. And fuck, damn, that
algorithm is thrown.
No, the algorithm. You shadow man.
Yeah, that's
shadow
not the
man.
energy we're looking for.
Yeah, I ain't. Let me tell you
Stevie J, speaking of that, Stevie J did some dumb stuff talking about whatever, like he was interviewing with the lady on her blog show, and it looked like someone is giving him. Why he and it's like
see,
like, why you can't
he did that because like I explained to my wife last night. I said, if Stevie J giving no disrespect to him, I'm just gonna keep it G, right? If Stevie J giving an interview, are you really gonna stop to watch it? Did he have that much motion going on? You gonna stop to watch it? So he did that. He did that.
That's the crash.
That's
the crash.
I really don't give. I don't care about it.
Like you don't stand for nothing.
I watched the interview. Yeah. I mean, if you're a Stevie J fan or you fuck with him, it's just.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're a fan, you gonna watch the interview whether he.
I watched the interview to see. I watched the interview to see how talented the artist was that was freestyling during the interview. I wanted to see, was she really topping or was she playing?
See, so you didn't. So what was the interview about?
Oh, because if she was putting that work in, he would have been able to do no interview. So I say, that shit would count.
I think
huh?
You can tell.
Let me ask you a question. Don't disrespect. If you going in, you think a dude gonna be able to do a 20-minute interview?
I'm not gonna.
That's not what I asked you. We saying what if scenario. If you going in, I'm just saying if you were.
Just bust out and start masturbating or something.
No, she would get. I'm saying all you can see is him.
He should have been more distracted.
Yeah.
Interview with the girl had good head.
Yeah, she was going in like that. He was fucking with an amateur. I don't know who you is, baby, but your stock went down.
That's bullshit, though.
What?
That's bullshit. Nigga can't. Well, if that's what his mind is already.
Bro, let me tell you something.
If you.
I'm a man. I get my penis blown.
You probably about to buzz. Yeah.
Nah. If a girl putting that work in, putting that Twister 2000 on you. Whoa! I can't even imagine. She just like no.
The whole time she doing it, because if she doing that for 20 minutes, then
is she playing with it?
Yeah. If she doing it for 20 cold,
it's trash. I don't say she trash. You just admit it for me. She trash. Her stock went down. Now, shout out to my boy Stevie J. But Mr. Baggs.
No, I know Stevie J, of course.
No, he not. I fuck with him.
I'm gonna say that it was a crash doesn't move.
Bro.
I can't. That's my dog. But I call his face. If I do some flaw shit, tell me. My bro think, please let me know, lady. I mean, give me some extra. Like, that was crash dummy, dog. But that's who he is. Yeah. You accept the person.
We all got a homeboy like that.
Yeah. I mean, bro, he like that kind of attention, that kind of vibe. So.
I mean, don't forget the shower scene. So that is his thing.
That's his thing.
Yeah, the porno.
I mean, that's what he kind of sort of knows.
But he wasn't in the shower, so I thought that was the other one. When she was hanging, Mimi was hanging for that way. That was the other. That was the dude after Stevie.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, the one who trying to be bisexual.
I don't know how this show turned into Stevie Baggs.
Well, no.
I ain't Stevie though.
No.
I'm big.
We get back to you. But I was gonna say is like you played on the championship. You played on the championship team. You know what I'm saying, right? And, okay. You played on what? 3 Grey Cups or 3?
3 Grey Cups. I lost the 3 Grey Cups.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm saying you play on a championship team. Mm-hmm. So let's start in the NFL when we get to the now. A championship team in the NFL, the Super Bowl, in Atlanta, we've never won. You know, we've only been in one Super Bowl. It's fuck Brady for life. Yeah. Walk us through that season. You know what I'm saying? Like training camp. Did y'all know?
Nah, I didn't see that. To be honest.
Nah, who'd you start quarterback?
Flacco.
Okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
So I didn't see it. You know, of course, the pedigree that you got Ray, T. Suggs, and the best player I ever played was Ed Reed. Mm-hmm. You know, you got all them on defense. So, you know, but T. Suggs coming off an injury. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And at the end of the day, we all know that Flacco, what everybody that know Flacco to be some crazy gunslinger.
Yeah.
He gonna manage the game. He gonna show, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna make mistakes. Yeah. So, but then when you get into the season and you start playing, and you're like, hold up, we got a shot. The camaraderie is one thing on a championship team that I tell people about. Like, football is not a family. It's a brotherhood of men. Ain't no women, ain't no children, none of that. So it's like the mentality and the mindset is really iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel, wheel sharpens wheel. And that's hard to come by in pro sports where you find a lot of camaraderie because everything is about long as I eat. Yeah. You know, that's why, you know, I lose respect for commentators and guys and that do this analyst work these days because they like, you hating on Kyrie for not doing the vaccine when at the end of the day, and he's like, oh, he's not a team guy. Oh, how can you do that to his team? Like, hold up, pro sports ain't shit about team. It's good if we get to the championship and win and do this, but it's about what I do as an individual. And if I don't do my job, I'm getting cut. Period.
Not the team.
Not the team. It's me. But that's what I think people just miss a lot of the times, and it surprises me that another player would even have that mentality, knowing that, bruh, you did a lot of shit. You have to be the most selfish person when you a pro athlete. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And even in college now, because it's a business, homie.
Everything about the money now.
It's about that check. And, you know, I mean, you look at some of these high schools, man. Your son, it's not like the little league, everybody play. No, you get that. As soon as you get to high school and that coach get paid to win games on Friday night, and he going to put the best player on the field.
Best player.
That's how it goes.
You can't throw, you ain't getting in, son.
Come on. You can't block.
I like it like that because, you know, we don't want to have, I think they want to play this whole, one thing I like, the system in America try to make it feel like it's all hunky dory and it's peaches and cream. They're talking about the corporate way. Corporate way is very cutthroat. It's very slice and dice. But they try to trick you to thinking that it's not. In order to be a CEO of a company, you got to really pull that against you out, do some slicing and dicing. Same thing about, you know what I'm saying, about how NFL players, like, dude play 5 good years. That 6th year he get injured. They come to you and say, okay, man, listen, we need to restructure that deal. You know what I'm saying?
That's how they do it.
Restructure that deal. And you like, well, I'm coming off an injury. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you buck, you put yourself back out on the free market, you know what I'm saying? You're going to lose the money anyway.
Yeah, you don't know if the team going to scoop you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Say, man, think you better than what you are. And then, boom, you got there, you naked. But what you said about corporate America is real. That's why the United States of America is a corporation. The United States is not a nation. In a nation, you got a chief, emperor, a king, queen. In a nation, you got in a corporation, you have a president, vice president.
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep.
CEO, COO, and the collegiate delegate, whatever they call it. Think about when everybody in college, they call them a what? President. Who vote counts at a college, university. But to bring a new president, which is the collegiate. That's the same thing as the collegiate delegate or whatever they call it for the United States.
No, what they not that. They call it like the what's called votes. The
collegiate. It's like the collegiate delegate, something college. Yeah, I know it has college electoral.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, electoral college. Yeah.
This is what we're talking about. they put everything in our face to let us know what's going on. It's up to us to be able to lift the veil, and have real conversations about it. I think a lot of people, you want to be patriotic to something to that wasn't meant for you in the first place. How would I be upset at a system that was never created for me in the first place? You see what I'm saying? I just got to find a way to infiltrate, educate, liberate, and vacate that system. But we assimilate, and we wonder why. Okay, you've adopted all these other cultures and ethnicities and ways, and then you see yourself still in bondage.
Yeah. Do you feel like that ownership is like, you know, there's a big controversy now about being on black. You played in the league. You didn't never get a chance to play for a black. You know, I don't like using the word owner. Well, a leader of a team or a corporation. I see you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, I feel like, I feel like they use that word as a control mechanism. You know what I'm saying? To put that in your mind, like my owner, like motherfucker, like no. So, and I think like shout out to like niggas like, you know, LeBron and Kyrie, niggas who trying to change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? About how what an athlete is. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you never, like, do you feel like, you know, NFL is the most powerful league on earth, you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. And it's like, we call it a good old boy now. Now it's called like a country club, right? 32 owners, right? Yeah. No minority.
Well, they got a look, I think it's an Indian guy,
Khan. Well, actually, they got two minorities. They got Khan, they got a lady.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got the lady.
They have nobody in there who grew up
who grew up to God. So my thing is, do you feel like that has? Do you feel like you play in the league, so you know the ins and outs? Do you feel like that has to change for there to be change?
Listen, there's a number of things we can talk about doing, right? When the CBA came out and it gave us a chance to say, well, man, can we really seriously start our own league and control our own narrative? Then you know, guys who were spending that money trying to make it seem like, you know, they were just being frivolous, right? So now I gotta come back out here and work for you, and they know that. They know you not putting your money in the right place. See what I'm saying? But you know, when I got in the league, they had these BS courses on.
I know that
they had the rookie symposium, right? Had Chris Carter and come in here telling me a story. Bro, I know you used to snort powder, homie. Like, be real with us. See, like I call a spade for real, because at the end of the day, see, that's the only reason I played on 11 teams in 10 years. Because I didn't know it then, but I was already picked out to be picked on. You see what I'm saying? Because with my talent, I should have made $100 million in football. But because I was already I had a Marcus Garvey mentality. I didn't even know it. See what I'm saying? And they don't want a brother like that in there. I was AB before AB, but at least AB when he got his check.
And that's why they hate him.
That's why they hate him. You know, they hate him because they already paid him, right? And that's what they try to go against. You know what I'm saying? I was so cold, bro. I brought to the blue-gray game, I brought my resume. Like I was in a business, because I graduated with a degree in international business. I brought my degree and my fucking resume when I was sitting down with all the team. Because this business to me, so they looking at it, well, hold up. This is not one we need to have in here and give money. See what I'm saying? And they see the dreads, they say, hold up, and he hood. Yeah, they like, yeah, he hood too. Oh, we can't give this nigga money. You know, and so when you start looking at the mentality, bro, of how this thing really goes, man, bro, the best players in the world you never even heard of. I had 40 sacks in college, homie. You know what I'm saying?
What college you tell them?
I went to Bethune because I was 3-time All-American.
Black. Yeah, he went to a black school.
Yeah.
HBC. See, they convince us that the players at the black college are not good. When these are some of the kids that was at these big schools who had some issues, had to go down. Like it's all a trick. You know what I'm saying?
All the trick. Like so, like I moved from Pompano to Orlando. So I moved from an all black environment in Pompano to an all white high school in Orlando. Now, mind you, my high school in Pompano, if I would have did half of what I did in Orlando, same class, 6A ball, I would have went to any school in the fucking nation. I had 26 quarterback sacks my senior year. 6A football, homie. I had a 3.2 GPA. I went there. I go to class and fuck off and still get a B at least. I scored 1,000 on the SAT. Mom was good there. Clearinghouse, we A1. How come I'm at this white school and high school and don't go to whatever college, right? And then I go to Bethune, 3-time All-American. I won the same award as Jerry Rice, Walter Payton, and Michael Strahan. Homie, I'm Black College Player of the Year. So like, I'm thinking I'm gone. Well, come to figure out, bro, if my spiritual maturity wasn't ready to handle that, what came with that, I would have been on TMZ for real. I don't know how many children you would have, because you didn't have the maturation to go along with your ability. And if the universal God has a bigger plan for you, sometimes your things that you may even be ready for in a certain way, talent-wise, I'm not going to release it to you yet because you can't handle it. You know? And so that's just a little bit about my story, but I know there's players, man, that you never heard of, bro, that for whatever reason.
Who the best player you heard of that didn't make it?
That didn't make it.
The best player you played or know that didn't?
Shit. But no, I'm just.
I mean, but like you had a 10-year career.
Like that,
you had a 10-year career though.
But it was, man, there's so many guys, bro. It was a receiver named Scotty Anderson. He went to Grambling. He was talented, but he had off the field was killing them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you come from an HBCU, especially during my era, like, bro, we ate Domino's pizza the night before the game, homie. Like, come on. I mean, how you gonna have that kind of fuel before you go play? You know what I'm saying? Like, I go to speak now and cook when them boys got smoothies, chiropractic adjustments, and all kind of.
For them to be able to have that.
He helped build that kind of culture. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays too, I think that these schools, these children that's playing, these young people, they just, the sense of entitlement is so strong. We all have a sense of entitlement as humans. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's so strong because you make one play and you think you're going to the league, and it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? On any level, and especially at that level, you got to be head and shoulders better, especially if you play in a certain position. How
you feel about what Deion doing at Jackson State?
Bro, I love it. I was going to bring that up about the ownership. See how he went down to HBCU and changed the narrative, and that's what we got to do with ownership. And NFL-wise, like, if we really want to see a difference in ownership or having a say in controlling our own narrative, like, but let's be real. If all the melanated players stop playing in the NFL, who gonna watch Tom Brady?
Right.
No,
who he gonna throw to? Right. It's only one Julian Edelman.
It's only like me and my partner. This is crazy. You said me and my partner. We was drinking. He was a little drunk. He said, "Bro, you know, so I just realized, bro." So he said, "Bro, you only get one Gronk every 20 years." He was like, "But you know how many tight ends been five that look like he like everyone that they'll get one." You know what I mean? He was like, so. That's why they held on to him, because like that's like they, you know what I'm saying, they horse, like they, like, you know what I'm saying.
It's all about.
And they don't say that Gronk is a beast. I'm not saying that. Now he's a generational talent.
Tight ends all the time. But you don't take away the fact that you know his paint job helped him.
Yeah.
You know, you got a lot of players that, like when Keith Brooklyn, I remember he played during my era. I was not impressed with him, homie.
No, I'm a Falcon fan. Keith Brooklyn, we used to call him pile diver. He's a dive on top of the pile.
So you know what I'm talking about. Like you got certain guys that you know only played in the league because they paint job. You know what I'm saying? Now you got guys who just do their thing. You got Brady. I'm from Florida. Zach Thomas, he was a dog.
Exactly, a beast.
Like he ain't just play off paint job. He was a real.
Yeah, 5'9",
54. I never forget that. But he was 5'9". But yeah, man. I mean, that has a lot to do with it in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to cut in.
Okay.
Big.
Okay. You just gotta say, goddamn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because this man has done so much more than football.
No. I was leading up to that because that's his foundation. That's his foundation. Go ahead though.
So
we'll get back to it. Go ahead,
talk
man.
about the transition of football.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Please. Like, so how did you transition? Like, what made you decide to leave the sport? And then what was your next step like when you left?
But the sport really loved me. You know, you think you can play forever when you have a certain mindset, you know. But the sport loved me, and it's hard to love something that don't love you back. I wrote a book called Greater Than the Game. My first book was called Greater Than the Game. And in that book, football was my greatest teacher. It was my greatest teacher because it taught me that, you know, no matter what you put in and how hard you work for something that you may not always get it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that and understand that to this day, that you know, when I found out my value, I was able to know my worth. And so a lot of the times when you look at young people in socioeconomic stress areas, you know, 80% of our babies want to be an athlete, artist, entertainer, dope boy, stripper. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, if you don't make it in that, then what are you? What else are you that's celebrated? And then the second tier is, oh, I'm going to be a doctor, lawyer. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to get a degree. But, you know, I know people with a PhD, but no GOD. I know people with a master's degree, but no knowledge of how to master their mind or how to, or the grandmaster. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like, for me, I think the transition from understanding that NFL was just a conduit, it was a stage, it was an opportunity to be able to leverage me to go get in certain areas where I'm at now, you know, as an actor and an author and a speaker and running the Cedar Foundation and being in entrepreneurship. I own a restaurant here in Atlanta. I've done so many different things, and I think that because my football career was so tumultuous, I couldn't just lean on football. I had to cultivate other areas of my life so I could be, you know, well balanced. So it's like now I have an octopus mentality. Like, I got 8 things going on, and if one of them, you know, dries up, I still got 7 different things going on. You know, an octopus has 9 brains and 3 hearts. Certain species. That's why they can change colors. That's why you can cut one of their limbs off, and after a while it grows back. Like, the octopus is a very dynamic creature, and I think not even just because of the brain and the heart, but also because of just like the diversity in having many different legs go back to one ecosystem. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it and that's how I think if we had an octopus mentality in life as melanated people, we would be even better. You know what I'm saying?
So when I listen to you speak, a lot of times, like when you speak about like health, like total health, how we care for ourselves, the words that come out of our mouth, spirituality, and different things like that. Have you always been that way, or was it something that has been growing over time, like that led you on a journey or a path to start discovering like deeper?
Yeah, I like that question. I think it would. I've always had it in me, right? And I think a lot of us have things in us that sometimes never get unpacked because of our environment. You know what I'm saying? If you put, you know, a flower in a certain environment, and it'll never flourish, right? But you wouldn't know it was a flower just by the weed or the seed, you know. And so it's the same thing with our people. Like at my after school programs, you know, we see young people, man. I'm talking about Ben Hill, Rosette, man, Pittman Park, Adamsville, which is not CT Mart. Like, we see all these young people, and they're brilliant, but the environments that they're in don't give them an opportunity to really flourish beyond, you know, whatever that glass ceiling is that they've been, you know, exposed to. Right. So it's like when we start telling them, like, look, man, you didn't just come from Harriet Tubman or Frederick Douglass. You came from Haile Selassie. You came from Mansa Musa. The wealthiest man that ever lived looked just like you. So now their mindset has to be different, because now I understand that, damn, I don't just have to be an athlete to be significant. I ain't just got to go entertain white folks, quote unquote, to just be great. You know, and this comes from something. I'm on TV right now, and I use this as an opportunity to help lift the veil. Like, when you speak in righteousness and you're not mad at nobody, I'm not mad. White people can't do nothing to me. I'm not mad at them. If anything, I have to do self-inventory and say, hold up, you talking about Black Lives Matter? Hold on. If they really matter, why are we killing each other? Right. You know what I'm saying? Why won't we have a conversation with each other? And who's funding it? Right. We don't ask these questions, right? But at the end of the day, to answer your question about transition, I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think I'm so thankful to have mentors. I'm so thankful that I'm transitioning and evolving every day. Because the more that I know, Cole, the more I know what I don't know. So it keeps me open to receive more information so I can continue to evolve and grow. You know, because once you know everything, it's like, who can tell you something?
I heard you mention that you have a foundation. Let's tell us about that.
Yeah, it's called the Cedar Foundation, and it stands for Creating Empowerment Through Autonomy, which is independence or whatever. But we create empowerment through giving these young people opportunities to, like I say, understand their value. And our after school program before COVID, we were in 9 different centers. You know what I'm saying? In the city of Atlanta. I'm talking about the curriculum is called True Wealth, and we teach them everything they won't get in the traditional education system. So we teach them about credit. Don't you need that in the regular system? We teach them about the food to eat. Don't you need to know what food is a good way? You know what I'm saying? We teach them about APR. We teach them how to have a word that we call confidence. You know, you stand up and you present yourself and you articulate yourself with confidence. When you have a young man or a young lady shake your hand, shake my hand, and they're like, hey, and it's soft, and that's a lack of confidence. No, get in there. Look them in the eye. How you doing? Boom, boom. And then when you presenting yourself, you're like, hey, I'm such and such and such and such. Right? And not some, my name's you know, and that's because our babies have not been taught to have confidence in themselves. Every movie they see is death. All the music is dead. All the religion is dead. All the food is dead. So how do I produce life when everything that they consume is death? So now why are we killing each other? Duh, everything I get is dead. So you know, I mean,
I love that.
When you talk, when you talking about it, it's like it makes so much sense. But nobody wants to have these conversations. Why aren't the people that we celebrating celebrities? Because celebrities, because we celebrate them, homie. Right. Why are y'all only talking about race? Fuck race. Yeah. Every one of your color is not of your kind. Every one of your kind is damn so not of your color. Right? So who's helped everybody at this table more in business? It's probably a white person. You know why? At least for me, I'll speak for me. Because this they system. Right. It's just a simple thing. It is like, come on, man.
Why Atlanta?
Mentorship. One of my mentors, you know, lived here, and he invited me here, and then the energy, you know, you always hear it. I caught the Atlanta bug in 06. You know what I'm saying? Because my family and I, even though we grew up kind of traditional, there was always a level of, I call it melanated love, like that self-love. And we seen our people up here thriving.
Where you from again?
I'm from South Florida. For a lot of them, I was born for a lot of them, but raised in Pompano. Like the hospital.
But that's a lot of big dogs came out of Pompano.
Football.
Yeah.
For sure. And yeah, man. So it's a beautiful thing.
So it was like, because I hear you say you in Atlanta public schools, you working with the kids, you in the like went with the football, and I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm just trying to see what the correlation came in with Atlanta.
We my nonprofit is in Florida, Georgia, and Ontario, Canada.
Okay.
I played in the CFL. Some of the work we were doing there. But we started in Florida, man. And my mom, shout out to moms. You know, my mom was someone who she used to take young girls from a little orphanage and bring them to her house. When I was at Bethune, and she was teaching them women's etiquette, how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of their body, and boom, boom, what stuff to have in their purse, and boom, boom. You know what I'm saying?
It's in you.
And so it was just in me. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point in time, I was being selfish. Like, man, why are you giving them girls energy and money and time? I got a full ride. I need some J's. Like, entitlement. Entitlement. But when I sat back and was able to look at the beauty of it, because I started doing it. Because I was all American at Bethune, they used to send me to the elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools in Daytona. So I started speaking. Like, hold up. See, I like this. I like the way this made me feel to share my story with a young person and help change the way they think. You know what I'm saying? And it was like the most rewarding thing ever. And then by the time I got, you know, my senior year, we married what I was doing already and what she was doing, and that was Cedar.
So you've had the American experience, you've had the Black excellent experience in Atlanta, but you also had the Canadian experience. Give us insight what that was like.
You know what? Canada was so dope. I met so many amazing people there that changed my life. And I think a part of my consciousness and awakening was going there. Because I grew up Christian, you know, like most people from the South. And when I was able to lift the veil on religion was due to one of my mentors up there. His name is Navendra Patel. And he was an Indian guy.
Patel, yeah.
Right. And But he showed me more anointing, more divinity, more righteousness than people who was Christian. I grew up in front of my whole life. Same thing with a man named Caesar Sacco. He was an Italian guy. You know, I lived in my second year in Canada. I was still on and off the practice squad. I was struggling, trying to make it. Now, mind you, I had a Range Rover at the time. This is why I say go get a land, not a Land Rover. Because I ended up having to sleep in my car as a pro football player. Then this man opened his house to me. He has a wife and 2 daughters. Opened his house to me because he must have just felt my spirit. You know what I'm saying? And that changed my life because now I have people who like are quote unquote my parents in another space for life now. You know, quick side note of that story, he had an older son that when his wife was pregnant, they lost, and he would have been like around my age. See what I'm saying? So then I come back full circle, and it's like that would have been my son. Bingo. He was a football referee. That's how we met for the CFL. And he was in Winnipeg local, so he used to see us practice. He'd be like, man, I know you want to be playing. You need to be playing. You're good, I know. And so when I was on practice squad, I would always mess with him at the games because I'm at the game, but I'm not playing, so I'm locked in. I'm not necessarily locked in on the game. So I was messing with him, and we would build a bond, you know, and then boom, the rest is history. But it's that kind of stuff that Canada was good for. But what Canada showed me also is that there's still a lot of prejudice, a lot of racism. When I went to speak to the jails up there, the jails in Ontario had more melanated people in it than just like here.
You never you don't hear a lot about it because a lot of people are always talking about how Canada is so
liberal and they're so everything. Nah, they're just as racist.
One of my best friends, he played in the CFL. His name was Robert P. Darryl Smith. He played for the Toronto Argonauts. You know what I'm saying? And he's like about 10 years older than me. So he was like, he came here. You know, he came to Atlanta to get the experience. He used to go back home and play. You know what I mean? So he retired. I hadn't seen him 20. He came back. He started living in shit. I would tell about, like, man, you would like Canada. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it's just like being here. So it's cold in here. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a mixture of all kind of people. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's Indian, huh?
It's a melting pot.
Yeah,
especially where he was at, because Toronto is like everything. You know what I'm saying? That's like going to New York, Miami. It's like every culture's there. You know what I'm saying? But like playing in Winnipeg, Saskatchewan.
What is it like? How cold do it get up there?
Bro, it got so cold. Imagine this. You got the water bottle and you spraying it in your mouth and the water freezes on your helmet and face mask. It's that cold.
Oh, wow.
It's that cold sometimes. But see, Canada starts in the summer. So they start in training camp in June. And then usually July, August, September, October, the season done in November. Because if it's not, you talking about December, January, trying to do what they do out here is ridiculous.
So the cold
is like June, July.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's like beautiful. It's just like here, and like it's so dope in like places like Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton, in that middle part of the country, Canada. It's like it'll be 10:30 at night in the summertime. The sun's still out. You know, I even hear it still like at 8:39 still, but there it'll be like 10:30. So it'll mess you up because you in training camp. I'm trying to go to sleep, right? But the sun's still shining. So it's like that kind of stuff.
So it's like 12-hour day. What is like?
Nah, it's just that I feel like the closer we were to a certain hemisphere, you know, or further away from the equator or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just that kind of sun. Because in Alaska, in certain parts of the year, it stays like year round. Yeah, it stays light. You know, all the time.
So after the CFL, they like you said football over with.
So mine was so unconventional. Like I said, I played on 11 teams. Detroit, they allocated me to NFL Europe. I came back. I hurt my shoulder. Came back. Jacksonville Jaguars. I was on practice squad. Hurt my knee. Crazy. Then I ended up going to Canada. I'm playing for Winnipeg for the first 2 years, but I'm on practice squad the first year. The second year, you know, I get injured again. I go to Edmonton, and the system was messed up because they picked me up off waivers off the practice squad. So that's why I left. But then when I came back, Winnipeg treated me dirty. They like, I'm not paying for your hotel like we paid for last year since you left. So that's when I was sleeping in my car because I was practice squad in Canada back then made $500 a week in Canadian. So when you transfer that to US at that time, it was $423. I'll never forget it. I had a mortgage. I had a Range Rover. I'm coming from the league, and even on practice squad in the NFL, you making $5,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? So, and back then they even get qualified.
That's good damn money. Yeah. Like, I bet I can get in that, Coco. What you think?
But it's only, but Biggs is only 17 weeks.
Oh shit! Yeah.
See, you only get paid.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
For Biggs, 5,000 for 17 weeks. That's still good.
Yeah, no, it still should be good because if you think it's it's 12 months in a year.
I thought y'all got paid all year round.
No, football don't get paid all year round.
So y'all don't get paid in training camp.
It's not like they give you $500, $300, $1,000 depending on your tenure. But they not paying your contract until the game. This is why they can cut you, and you be like, how you gonna cut a player? You only get your money during the season, homie.
Every Monday.
Every Monday, every Tuesday, depending on what team, the organization, how they cut their checks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the signing bonus is guaranteed, but then you might get a bonus in the offseason. If you go to off-season workouts, they might give you a bonus because they want you to be around the team. Because a lot of guys, once they get their money and once they get a name, man, I got my trainer in Atlanta. I ain't trying to go to Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Be out there. I want to be with my people as long as I can, but then they'll incentivize you. Man, we'll give you $180,000 to come to train. Yeah. Oh, all right, I'm gonna go get that 180. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's that kind of stuff.
So, like, you do all that, you go through all that. Now, so I'm trying to see the correlation from how you get to the acting. You know what I'm saying? Because like all athletes want to be. There's a saying that what is it? Want to be rappers. Rappers want to be athletes. Yeah. So, but you didn't do music. You went to acting. You know what I'm saying? Which is something that very few athletes did. You know, I can't really think of nobody except like Jim Brown, old boy who played in the cop movies. You know, the defensive end who played with Merlin Olsen and Deacon Jones. Bubba Smith. Police Academy. That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, man. I'm gonna tell you, like now it's a ton of athletes that played in the league and played in other leagues. Baseball players that are actors now. Okay. And it's a big market. And I think athletic success can correlate in pretty much any area of life if you really focus right. Especially if you're a 1%er. Like if you can be a 1%er in football, you can be a 1%er in something else if you have the same
mentality.
You know what I'm saying? That same drive. And
damn, I want to be a 1%er coach. I'm a 1%er in eating though. I'm not like you give me some hot weight, I'm gonna fuck it up. I can tell you what's good food at. I'm a hood nigga. I'm from Atlanta, for real, country nigga. I grew up on a dirt road.
That gristle, man.
Yeah, I do on a dirt road. That bone man. Now I don't eat the bone man. I stop at the gristle. My grandma used to do that. Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. Those are Jews that a lot of people don't understand of what it takes to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people think success is based on monetary all the time. You know, so I put a post there on my Instagram there. I just be thanking God, you know what I'm saying, that I got a successful life, not necessarily monetary, but like have a lot of great people around me. You know, I get to both my parents are elderly, you know what I'm saying? I get to see them every day. I put up a day, you know what I'm saying? They were just out there just chilling, like taking out the trash. Like they had like this sense of calm on them, you know, and I be like, damn, like a lot of people ain't gonna never get to see this because we be so run around with life that you never get a chance to spend them last 5-10 years with mom or you know what I'm saying? You feel me? So I'll be like, I'm thinking that I made a lot of good decisions before I could be able to I don't afford. And I'm not from my monetary life, but to be able to have that kind of life, where I get to see that and I get to spend time with my kids. I'm accessible. You know what I mean?
No, it's not about for me. It's not about success. It's about significance. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't recognize that significance surpasses money. Significance is about purpose, not people. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like whatever you have aligned for your purpose, if you're able to live that out, then that's where your peace comes in at. But when you're not able to live out your purpose and you know it, then that's when you're not in peace. You know what I'm saying? And that's why everybody's chasing that. Everybody's chasing peace. The most important things in the world are invisible. You know what I'm saying? You want happiness and peace and joy and tranquility. You know what I'm
saying? And the crazy part is it comes from like what you were saying earlier. I know speaking for myself, and I'm gonna be honest. sometimes I do struggle between the two, only because between the finance part, but that's because I'm trying to survive. They make it in this world, like you're trying to survive and you still got needs to meet, but on the other hand, in my mind, I know, like, if I'm fulfilling my purpose, like helping other people, like what you were saying before, when you were saying how you were helping and giving back to the kids, like, it makes you feel good. Like, that gives you a sense of peace when you can give back, when you can help people, when you can make it about other people and not yourself. You know what I'm saying? Right. To me, I honestly think that's all of our purpose. I think we were put on earth. We were put on earth to fellowship and to help other people. We weren't put here to be all about self. And I feel like the country that we live in, like, is a selfish country. Like, that's what they feel. 1,000% to be all about self and fend for self. And
it's a dog eat dog world. Because we've adopted a European caucus mountain mentality.
Don't do them like that, Big Bag. Don't do them like that, Big Bag. See, y'all thought what Ben said. I'm fluffy when I said. This is my way with the muscles. When they stick their chest out, now y'all gonna listen. Go ahead, Big Bag. It sounds better. It sounds, yeah.
No, but that's the thing. At the end of the day, imagine somebody in a mountain, a caucasus mountain. It's cold, it's dark, it's scarce. Everything that they get, I gotta have it. It's a scavenger. You know what I'm saying? It's greedy. Because I don't have an abundance amount of rams jumping across my. You know what I'm saying? Now you talk about us. We near the equator.
Everything's plentiful.
We got mangoes. We got avocado. We got pineapple. We got vegetation. We having philosophy. We come
deers and antelope, everything everywhere. Yeah.
So you adopted a European. That's why people say a European mentality. We've adopted a European ideology. At the end of the day, the original people, we gotta be held to a standard for creating an original sin. If you're the original people, you gotta take credit for the original sin, huh? Okay. It didn't just start with, because even those systems help keep you in bondage. Right? Yeah. Systems do help that. Now, I'm not letting nobody off the hook.
They do.
You can't just kill some tomorrow rice and all these. You can't just kill them. But hold up. It's another thing that we gotta say, well, damn, more of us killing each other than they ever do.
Right.
So why do we go not do this self-inventory?
Right.
But see, society creates the crime. The people just commit the crime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Society create the food. The people just eat it. And so at the end of the day, that's why we're in the position we're in, because we've adopted this Eurocentric mentality. And unfortunately, I'm not a Roman, so I can't be romantic. I'm not Roman. It don't mean I can't open the door for you.
Now, see, once again, when I say this, I'm just gonna take off my shirt.
Wait a minute. When have you ever said anything about being a romantic or?
What I'm saying is, I just said, I told you that I'm not the romantic type, and y'all took me. I'm not the romantic. That's just not me. To me, that's soft. Now I said it's where you can teach your girl and finesse her.
I'm saying, I was just saying, I don't want to be put in the box of that. I don't mind.
I'm not no gentleman.
I'm not no gentleman. I'm not a gentleman either, because I'm not a Gentile.
Yeah.
And I'm going from a perspective of etymology and the words, because if you look at it, like, don't put me in a box of that, baby, because I'm not gonna do you like that. Right. You see what I'm saying? If you want me to be romantic, all right, well, you be a Roman too then. When I go take a flight on my private jet with my mistress, but I say it's my secretary, don't say shit. When I'm at the golf events, but I'm really at the over here at the gentleman's club, don't say nothing. That's what. Why? But that's what they do, because that's
except polygamy, because that's what we do. Our community comes from polygamous. We have multiple women.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is true.
I'm not for everybody, but I'm just saying that. Yeah, the scriptures say that.
I mean, yeah. But at the end of the day, once again, we don't live like them, we don't look like them, we don't love like them. So for us to come and adopt this mentality and wonder why our relationships aren't right. You know what I'm saying? And don't have a long-lasting effect. And don't get me wrong, you can force yourself to stay in anything. Right. if you coming out of slavery, like back in the day, people say, well, back in the day, the parents was together. If you just coming out of slavery, yeah, I'm gonna hold on to the only thing I got.
Mm-hmm.
You have less distractions.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about in your divine nature, and even still back then it was happening. I know men that had 10 children over here and 15 over there. Mm-hmm. My granddad had 20 children.
Yeah, my dad got 13.
Different women, of course. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But not saying yeah, man, any other way, but that's just what it was. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. But I'm not even talking about it from just a polygamous, of course, perspective. I'm talking about it from us putting each other in a box. And if I don't do it the way the European said that it's done, then you don't look at me as being a strong man.
This man here, but you a pastor? That man preaching. He's dropping jewels. And we at Icebox right now. There's a lot of jewelry in here.
I feel like I do agree. I don't think everything should be synchronized. Like, it's only one way to, because honestly, for me, like I think we're all individuals, so you gonna want and need different things. You see what I'm saying? Like for me, I ain't know like flowers and shit. I don't need flowers. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a guy to open the door for me. Like I'm not gonna look at you like less than a man because you don't open the door. Because I'm used to opening my own. I don't mind opening the door. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain things that people may think that this is what a man's supposed to do, and I don't. That's not how I think. I feel like it's certain things that I expect from a man and require from a man. You know and I have my own expectations.
What do you expect from a man? What do you require?
Respect.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I need the respect, the same respect that I give him. Mm-hmm. Like I need you not to. That's the biggest thing I need from a man. Mm-hmm. Just respect me. And
look at you eye level.
Yeah, don't talk down to me. Don't treat me how you. And I ain't gonna say that because I was gonna say don't treat me how you don't want to be treated, but some men don't care how they. You know what I'm saying? But it's just it's mainly about respect for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a part of respect, communication. Like I feel like hearing me is a part of respect. Like if I tell you I don't expect a man to know what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect you to read my mind and all, right. But I communicate, and I feel like if I communicate to a man what it is I need, or what it is I want, part of respecting me is hearing my needs and my wants and being able to respond accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So that's really all I require from, and I feel like the same because I'm not trying to, like you say, like fit a box and be like this certain female that you know. You see what I'm saying?
Do we have to have some type of financial requirements? Or?
Yes, and I know what
I got it. I mean, we just come over there, like tell the truth. Like, do we have to be financially secure to be?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad about that. Yes, I'm not saying I put a amount on what he has to have, but I need we always have this conversation. He knows, but I've been in relationships in the past when I was younger, to where a guy wasn't financially, and I was having to do more and carry a certain load, which at the time I didn't mind, but because of where I am now, and I ain't got a lot of money now, but I choose not to be in a situation where I have to carry someone.
Because you can do bad on
right, and that's what I'm doing. So that's my thing. Like right now, I'm struggling by myself, and if a man told me the same thing, if he meet me and was like, "Oh, you ain't got no," I respect that. I can't be mad at you. You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. No, because a lot of females want something that they don't have themselves. Right. And that's just a part of the program. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a man supposed to be a provider and protector, then they say he got to cut the check. But provision is more spiritual than physical. Mm-hmm. Like, the greatest gift a man could give a woman is her health. Mm-hmm. Not a Birkin bag. Mm-hmm. Because in the time of need, you can't trade in no Birkin bag for no bullets. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If something go down, you got to be able to run up out this pump. But we got... really, I mean, thinking about life like that for me and the health piece and the longevity, that's your true wealth, right? But then, to your point about doing what individually works for you, I think once again, if you exclude pop culture, if you exclude social media and everything else society told you to do, and have your relationship, you might be able to go further down the road than you being worried about images.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times you get caught up on the imagery shit. Yeah. Oh, I want to post on the gram because we the power couple, but you going through straight turmoil at the crib.
Me and my old lady be together 19 years. My wife in September because of that thing. Our relationship is non-traditional. Well, it's not traditional according to this system.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But far as like a real sense of how our people relationship should be, our relationship is like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like they are, because in a day it's about what works for you in that couple, and like we all, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of women couldn't deal with me. You know what I mean? Because my outspokenness and how I operate. Yeah. A lot of men can deal with my wife, but us together, you know what I'm saying? Like I know when to shut the fuck up. Right. See, like my wife can tell me, nigga, shut the fuck up. I'm like, damn, I'm talking. Like that don't bother me. Right. So another nigga, like, he might feel like he's chumming. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've learned when you're in a relationship, you have to check your ego at the door. Like, I'm a man. I know I'm a man, so I don't have to be reminded in my relationship that I'm a man. You know what I mean?
Ego and emotion is our biggest enemy.
Oh yeah. That's my number one thing. They tell you gotta learn how to control your emotion. My wife battling that right now, learning how to control her emotion. My emotions are pretty much level. You know what I'm saying? I talk shit. I talk shit all the time. All the time I talk shit. You don't think my emotions are level?
No, you get in your feelings.
I never get in my feelings. I just say, I think when you blunt, people think you in your feelings. I don't be in my feelings. Cause I never get mad. I'm mad like for 2-3 minutes. Like I get pissed off quick. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like. It's just like motherfucker just get up and just walk off. I'm like, goddamn, you can't say bye. But I release the energy. You feel what I'm saying?
In 2-3 minutes, if you have an emotional reaction and it ain't controlled, that means you're not controlling your emotions. If you
that's not true. That means you know what? Move right on.
So is that you about to lose it now? Let's count back.
No. Some folks don't know how to twist your fucking butt. Okay, some folks know how to twist your fucking butt.
Hey, so this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm asking you. Like when you talk about relationships and ego and emotion, like I always say this: women are emotion first, ego second. Men are ego first,
emotion second. Yeah,
right. But I think that a lot of the time you don't understand the importance of how, like, to deal with that is to be able to step outside of yourself sometimes to be able to see where that man coming from or to see where she coming from, so that you can start like being able to get to a solution. Because I'm not about to be beefing with you, home. All right, like come on, man. It's like why we on that? You know. But when you start to grow and evolve, you don't have to. I ain't always got to be right. I just got to be righteous. Now I'm gonna stand on my values as a man, as a lion. I'm gonna stand on that, but at the expense of what? Me arguing with you and there ain't no you walking around the house and we beefing and ain't nobody saying, man, come on, I'm not living like that. I'm not living like that.
Because communication doesn't have to end in somebody being right or wrong.
Understanding.
And I think with the ebb and flows of energy, you know, a woman's cycle, but men have psychological cycles every month. You know what I'm saying? I learned that in class. And he have them all the time.
Let me tell you something. I don't have no fucking cycle. At the beginning of the month, and when it's bills time, I'm a little cranky. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a head of a family. I'm a head of a household. And women don't understand when it's grind time, we in a certain mode of mentality. Lock in. I don't give a fuck about all the innocence.
Third week.
No. Anyway. But you know, as a man, life is stressful sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think. Well, I think my wife is learning how what you said, how to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Right. What's up, everybody? She learned how to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So, but listen, hold that thought. We're going to get to the gospel segment. You know, Adrian is burning her seat up over there because she ain't been able to talk. I said, hold that thought. That means we're going to come back to it.
Yeah, we'll be super quick. Because it really ain't that much. We're not talking about COVID. We're not talking about the war. So we're going to talk about some other stuff. So
what you got for us?
Definitely want to send our condolences out to Felice. Her husband, Michael Moore, that she was married to, did pass away. He was diagnosed with a form of stomach cancer. For a long time, he had been in pain, but he just thought it was an ulcer. And then after going to see quite a few doctors, whatever, he had landed up with one. By the time they diagnosed him, he was in stage 4. So he just recently passed away. So condolences to her for that. And then Reese Royce.
Boy, baby mama, the White House baby mama.
Yeah, so she ended up having to turn herself in for arrest. They were saying for child neglect, and so trying to get deeper into what the child neglect was, it was because it was a court order passed down on their son. Her and the white son is 14 years old. He's having some mental challenges where he has been sexually abusive to other children. So her boyfriend
sexually inappropriate.
No, they say
it was abusive. So let me finish. She has a boyfriend, and he was doing something to that son. So then the court order was he can't be around any kids 2 years younger than him. So it was violated. That protocol was violated. So that's why she had to turn herself in. But it also makes sense because over the years you've been hearing about the white's relationship with his son. It never meshed together, right? And so now she didn't have to, but she did because TMZ, they did. And they, found out and made it public what was happening. So I think she tried to keep it, personal as long as she could. But like you said, the way social media and the TMZs and all that is built up, it's like we just dig. So we find him, we destroy.
It's so sad that these people have to deal with this stuff publicly.
Yeah, because he's 14. And so the thing for me is that the way social media works, like he's not going to be able to rightfully grow up into adulthood not being judged. So he's judged at 14. So like what mentally happens to this young boy now? And then what is his dad feeling like? Because that's just like a dad with a son, and then the son comes home and say, well, Dad, I'm gay. That's like a hard conversation.
That's a learned behavior.
For a lot of fathers to have.
I was just going to say, he's a victim somewhere down the line.
It is, but the way society is, it will turn. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to go and be mad at his dad. Then we're going to be mad at her. And then when he turns 18, we're going to hate him and call him a monster. You know what I mean? Because we're not really passing judgment on him. So we're going to spend the time hating his parents. And then when he's of age, people will turn that hate on him. So, I mean, you know what I mean? So we just don't know what led there. But that's what's going on with them. I don't know if y'all want to say something about that or not.
I think you made a good point about everybody we placing blame instead of like praying for the families, trying to heal, trying to figure out ways to help this little boy live try to almost normal, like get on track.
And the children that he molested too.
Because it's all these victims.
Yeah, that's all it is.
The White House, go get your boy. Go get your boy. It's time. You ain't seen, according to reports, you ain't seen him in a year. That's according to you ain't seen him in a year. Go get your boy. I mean, look. I mean, no disrespect when I say this. It is very tough for some men to accept the fact that their child is gay. You know what I'm saying? And, you had some issues also. Go get your baby. I'm not. I know you're trying to distance yourself. The White House guy's gay. With a transsexual and all that. Yeah. So he probably tried to distance. He probably tried to distance himself from the child. He don't want to have a child when people think he came in all that. Go get your baby, man. Go get your baby.
But it's not as easy as you think it is to get them children.
I know she getting the money, so she don't want to give him up.
Yeah, and not even that. Sometimes they don't even get the money and just want to control the narrative. And it's sad because, or she could be in a situation she protected the baby. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She could feel like that. I don't know, but there's a lot of times where men want to be in their children's life and they can't. And a lot of times there's a lot of women out here that would want a man to be in their child life and they won't. It's just like we live in a world where if we start taking self-inventory about who we lay down with, that's the kind of things that happen when you lay down with somebody who process information like you know what I'm saying?
When your want supersede your need. And just because you want to don't mean you need to or you should.
Or even if you want to and did it, don't mean that y'all both need to bring a child into this world.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
Entertainment. It should have left it at that. Let that be a one night thing. What have you? You knew this wasn't somebody you was trying to or intending.
But then you gotta. I was just gonna say you gotta.
Sometimes that snapper get to grabbing and pulling, and your mind say pull out, but your hips say let it release. I'm just being real.
That's why you need to go put something on. If you know you can't control yourself, you need to wear.
Yeah. Hey, scrap up. Safe sex.
Get
speaking of strapping up, we all can strap up now because Brian Kemp is now going ahead and getting ready to pass the bill.
I like that segue.
Go around carrying concealed weapons with no license or permit. So definitely strap up and know.
So you know,
I want to say something to you convicted felons out there. To you convicted felons, that does not mean to walk around with your pistol on your fucking hole with your strap. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean your dumb ass can walk around in public with your gun out. Cause your ass going to jail still.
It's gonna get hot outside. You know, folks don't know how to act when it get hot. Everybody, he know what he doing with that.
Yeah, he want to lock some. Won't trick me, buddy.
Not just locking up. They gonna lock the folks up. The convicted felons. It's gonna be more people killed. We already
so convicted felons, of course, they can't carry like that.
No, but you
know, they're not supposed to have a gun at all. But because the law is open, so I mean, you don't know this how you know how niggas think. No disrespect. Niggas think he don't know if I'm a convicted felon or not. Everybody walk around with their guns, so woo, right? But bro, what somebody gonna get pulled over with that fire on them? You know what I'm saying? And now, you know what I mean. So, and I tell people, depending on the environment you walk in.
Well, yeah, that's real. No, it's definitely an agenda. It's kind of like because the other governor of Georgia didn't want to let the marijuana thing go because he owned a lot of percentages of the jails in Georgia. So his convictions came from a lot of his convictions was on there. Why would I release that? So on this flip side, he might be saying like y'all saying, look, man, let me use these guns as an opportunity to lock more of them up, or more of them to kill one another. You know,
because I can be riding with him. You license, he can carry. He ain't gotta be like he can carry, but he don't know I'm a convicted felon. Now we get pulled over, I'm going to jail because I ain't supposed to be around it or have one.
Wow.
So now I'm about to go to jail for association.
That's the law.
So now I gotta ask for you getting my car. Are you a convicted
felon? Like if we in the car, it cannot be in arm's length. So we in the car. If it's right here. Like, nah, if you take for your gun, it got to be on the other side, and like with you, or it got to be on person. I've been in them situations. Cost me a lot of fucking money. We drunk, you know. I let my buddy drive. You know what I'm saying? He got the fire. I'm like, well, we good. That ain't. He's saying it is. Like, get out of the car. I'm like, who car? I'm like, mine. Like, you got a gun? Like, no, I ain't got no goddamn gun. That's his gun. Like, not snitching. My boy said who his gun, but my boy sat back in the car. He leaned back driving. But I could grab the fire like this. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So he thought that we would do all this. I thank God, you know what I'm saying, that I beat the case because it really was my fire. Right. You know, he wanted my fire. Yeah. We just like, when we sit in the car, like, I could grab it before he could. So I tell niggas now, when you get in my car, put that shit in your pocket. I want it in your pocket or somehow. Ain't gonna be no misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? That's yours. That's yours. We ain't gotta ask. Yeah. Listen, and if I'm lying with you, better go and lock it up. Just lock it up. Just lock that bitch in the trunk or in the glove box. That way it's your car. You got the key. I don't know what's in here, sir. It ain't none of him mine. Right. This Coco car. Right. You know? Go ahead. I'm sorry. My bad. Go ahead.
Another part of the thing is they got these new things. I don't know if you've seen them now, the car scanners. So before the police pull you over, they can ask, can we search your trunk or your vehicle, whatever. You got the right to say yeah or nay. Well, now they don't have to ask. Now they got the scanners and they just walk around the car. So any and everything that they see through them rays, which will definitely pick up a gun. To me, it's like they're really getting ready to create these ways of being able to execute before we step up to say, you still need to ask me, can you scan my car? That's just like asking over the trunk. But until y'all kill a few people because y'all seen something in there that looked like something, and then you just commit the shooting. How many of them they gonna kill?
That's just like that no-knock. What is it? No-knock warrant shit.
But they put a lot of stuff out there. And then the latest thing is, we signing off for Florida. Just want to had a House pass this bill to where we never change our time zone again. Like no more daylight saving. Like let it stay this way for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I mean, only a fool.
Because you know how you feel, like how you saying right
now. I felt like that. I felt drained, but only a fool would cut the bottom of a blanket and then put it on the top of the blanket and think it's going to be longer.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm going to say something. Nobody on the panel, you know what I mean, for me. White folks swear the shit they do make motherfucking sense. Yeah. And a lot of that shit be dumb as fuck. I'm saying this. Not none of them. They do some dumb shit. It don't make no sense to me. It don't make no fucking sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
So then that should let us know then why we're adopting all of their ways.
Yeah. I try not to.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just to your point. No, it's okay. To your point. I think it makes sense for us to say, if you really feel this way, why do we have? I mean, they gave you holiday. If you respell Santa, it's Satan. Easter bunnies don't lay eggs. Chickens lay eggs. Valentine's Day just passed. Christmas is what? It's March. Christmas 3 months ago. These same gifts you went broke for. Your babies don't even play with this shit no more. I'm just telling you, like we don't have people telling us the truth about adopting this energy, man, and wondering why we in bondage when we can leverage.
We don't celebrate none of that shit in my house. I'm an Israelite. We don't celebrate that shit.
Man, look, I don't celebrate none of that. You see what's on my chest?
Okay. Yeah, I'm smelling. Okay, I'm smelling what you selling. You see that? Okay, I'm smelling what he's selling.
This you hate Wabe.
Yeah.
This the name of God.
Name of God. Yeah.
You know, Yahweh.
But see that? You see like Kendrick Spirit. You see that? See that? No. See, no. I'm gonna tell you something. The word said, he is not a Jew who is outwardly a Jew, but he who is one who has been circumcised of the heart. Meaning that mine is on my heart. And if I played professional sports 10 years and had a restaurant and all these different businesses, then Big will have jewels on too. You know what I'm saying? I should have known the man would have good jewelry on. He been dropping jewelry since he been on the damn show. You know what I'm saying? It's just you know what I'm saying? I'm just not flashy. Y'all, I'm not flashy. No, but, I don't like all the good.
But to your point, bro, when it's in you, it don't gotta be on you.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like when you talk about light, when you got a really true light, bro, you can go in a room and a nigga have a bunch of jewelry on, you still gonna
outshine him, yeah.
So like at the end of the day, like the beauty in for me and getting the name, and finding the name of the creator for me,
the Most High,
it's different than what someone else gave me. Like I say, what can my religion do for me that God can do for me? So that's why I don't even get caught up in religion at all. I just know the name of God, and I reverence that name above anything else. And for me, I can be convicted on that because I recognize the Bible is stated truly, but not truly stated. And I recognize to break down this allegory inside of the Bible to really find out how to keep growing instead of going by what a pastor who was standing in a pulpit. It's called a pulpit. I'm pulling you into a pit. Come on now.
See, he breaking down the subconscious sub word or the meta effects of each word or subject. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't know that. Y'all didn't know Big knew about that, did you? Okay, go ahead. Give us another story. See, I know. Go ahead.
The thing that tripped me out about stuff like that, when I hear things like that, it make you think. But it be like, they really play us like we done this for them to be able to call something a pull like.
Why would they not call it a holy stage?
Yeah, like certain when you think about certain words that they use for things, and we say it every day all the time. And then you think about it later on and be like, once you realize what it is, it's like, oh, they just doing it in our face. Yeah. And
Black
trying to hide it.
Call our children kids, wonder why they act like goats. You call yourself broke and wonder why you don't have no money. You call it, man, I'm sick. You wonder why
I'm tired.
The power of manifestation is a real thing. And like you a creator, y'all. We many gods, many G's, many y'all. Like there's the big God, and then these little gods that's made in the image and likeness. I don't know how we get caught up in not looking at that like that, but you can say you made an image and likeness of God, and then you're like, nah, that's blasphemy to say you're a God. Well, you create things.
That's why they hate Kanye so much. Cause that's what he preached. No, I don't agree with everything he say, but he preached stuff like that, like self-empowerment, a manifestation.
I love the Kanye documentary for a number of reasons. You know what I'm saying? It showed me a lot about what this industry is about. It confirmed and affirmed for me a lot of what goes on, which is what I already knew. But if you looked at it from a different lens, you was able to see it. And I made a post on my Instagram. I said one of the things that I took away from it was how people try to play you until you were stamped by pop culture. Now that could mean a lot. Whether you have European money in your pocket, a European car, a European degree from one of these schools, or a European woman. Like if you don't pull up with a certain car, somebody gonna think you ain't on it. If you ain't got a certain set of jewelry or degree, what school did you go to? oh, you went to Harvard, so I'm gonna give you a little bit more respect intellectually because you went there, huh? Right. And so when I started looking at it like that, it showed me. I seen Jay-Z play the man. He gave him a little fake dap, small talk. And the thing, you remember that?
That was in the room in the hotel.
I made your whole album.
Yeah, I gave you the hit to save your career.
Later on, he came and showed them love when they was in the studio. What I'm talking about now, you see me, you know, but it just goes to show you, and not just him, Danny Dash.
But one thing about it, Kanye called that shit out too, and that's why he called it out. Like, see, you know what I'm saying? He just played like that. See, one thing I like about people, like that people hate on people who are very outspoken and brash. Sometimes, like, you have to release that energy, or it becomes weight. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Say like Mace just did on P. Diddy. Did you hear the new song he just released? He has unleashed on Diddy.
Well, I mean, I got you gotta hear that.
You gotta listen.
So what happened?
But let me.
No, I'm saying. So what was it?
No, so what he was saying in there is basically like he need to change his name from love, because he's full of hate. He done stole people's money. He done ruined people's lives. He done sold them dreams. He done lied. He done stole. He done cheated. And then he get out here and act like he in love and he's so fulfilling when actually he's a depleter. And so when you start looking at the things he's doing right now, it makes sense. And it's like he start naming off people like, look at all of us. Ain't none of us fared well from fucking with you. Basically, the only one that came up out of all of us was you.
That's real.
That's why he changed his name to Love, because he is trying to rekindle the thing. Because you got to think, like I told you, to get there, you got to be that Ginsu, that corporate way. He had to cut his throat to get to where he at. So now he's trying to build a love shit to try to replenish all that pain and shit that he had in him. He's trying to diminish that shit out. Not saying it's okay. I'm just saying, like, I understand why he on that move right there.
I get it, but you gotta go back.
So he's a nice person to
You say what?
Sometimes you gotta go back. I ain't gonna say you gotta live and rehash your past, but sometimes, like, if you've done wrong, and if it's a way for you to correct it, if you really trying to turn a new leaf and be all about love, and there's some people that you know you left behind or done wrong, and they if they're not good to me, like, I don't feel like I can't repent if I wronged you and I call myself repenting. I feel like I should acknowledge the people that I hurt.
Yeah, Sean went to
jail.
What I'm
saying?
I mean, these people's lives it wasn't just that you're no longer an artist.
But that's a different situation. Sean was playing his role. See, a lot of times people put themselves in role, and when it's time for you to make, it's just like I heard somebody say this weekend, like, when you sit in a certain seat or you get in a certain car, there are certain obligations that come with that. Everybody want to be a shooter until it's time to shoot somebody.
Okay, but here's my difference.
You know what I'm saying?
If I'm in football, right, and these guys can do whatever they want to women, as long as they making them football owners some money, guess what? They records get the situation disappears. They continue to play. All right, cool. But if Diddy, you gonna be in that position of those people that got that kind of power, why are you playing your people? Why are you not protecting your people? Now that's gonna be the difference between us when we get the same power that they possess. We don't do the same thing. We don't. So we call it enslavement when they do it and know it's wrong, but we don't fucking do it for each other at all.
It's enslavement. It's even more enslaved. That's why I always say I hate niggers. Nigger.
Yeah. I hate niggas
because I hate European niggers. I hate Asian niggers. I hate Spanish niggers. But the niggers I hate the most are the ones that jump higher than everybody else in the world. The ones that run the football faster than God himself. Because see, we have allowed. I keep going back to this. We've adopted.
Did you experience that when you was in the league?
Hell yeah, man! I had 7 agents. Yeah, I had 7 agents. I had coaches who I thought was supposed to be allies with me that looked like me, too busy hating on me. Yeah. I had teammates that made way more money than me hating on me because, once again, my light was brighter than yours, even though your check was bigger than mine. See what I'm saying? So they feel it. They know. You know. Look, you don't know you ugly till somebody pretty show up. You don't know you wicked until somebody righteous show up. And that's what it is. And that's why, once again, when you look at these people who quote unquote celebrate the icons for what? What really, when you made some good music so niggas could barbecue and dance and spend money and be doing stupid shit? Have you made something? Have you made something for real? You got a big ass house, you got cars and more, but change the culture for real, homie. Create create a unity center, not a community center. Create something for our people to have trades. The 5 most powerful melanated people in America got a connection to Chicago. Obama, Oprah, Kanye, Farrakhan, Jesse Jackson. You mean to tell me why the fuck we killing each other up there like that at that alarming rate? Why can't we change that when we got 5 of the most powerful motherfuckers? But Oprah building shit in Africa, don't get me wrong. Oprah does good things. Don't get me wrong. I bought this person a car, or I did the scholarship. Okay, cool. But I'm about really changing the culture for real.
I say that too, because I feel like, and a lot of people might not agree, but I think the same thing. Like a lot of celebrities, these people who got a lot of money, I know they got their charities and they give back and they do stuff, but it's still like you could be doing so much more. Like, what are you really like? If you sitting here and you got these, like you say, these big ass $1 billion homes, y'all flexing on the ground with all this jewelry that spending all this money on jewelry, cars, clothes. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that's money that like that shit is not important. That could go into like really building up communities. Yeah, helping these families, especially when we on. I'm sorry, I'm on this level and I'm seeing like families and seeing people that look like us. I'm working with kids and families that look like who's struggling. Folks out here like really struggling. Shit, I be struggling sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And to just but to see the how they flash this stuff and then you flashing it in these kids' face, these kids who out here struggling. That's why they out here shooting, killing, and robbing and doing, because you making it look like this is what we should be striving for. This is life. And like you say, but even like you say, when you got a real light, that shit gonna shine when you walk in. Just like I don't put a lot of money in the stuff. Like, but you can go anywhere, however, when the light is here. Absolutely. You don't need all that extra stuff. And it's kind of like that's what they're making it seem like you need in order to shine. I need jewels in order to shine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's
so playing devil's advocate as far as the education sector, right? Knowing in hindsight what we can say about America, we know the education that they have it's been lies. Everything's been disproved. So they've completely changed the curriculum now. So now, like, financial literacy is included. The history is going to have to change. Now, remember when we had that conversation, I was telling you about those charter schools that were getting shut down. And a lot of them were Black women that owned them. But as soon as those schools started thriving, even the tech school that we had here, the Harriet Tubman, Black lady started that. It got funded. Everything was going good. Then they create the board, and you always get this one that comes in, and all of a sudden they want to fire the person, the CEO of the organization. So they kicked her out, said she was misappropriating the money. Couldn't prove it, but the school got shut down. But those were for our kids. It was teaching them coding. They were thriving so that they can end up back in the white school. So I'm going to take it back to, let's just say, Oprah, billionaire. Why won't she invest her money into the school systems here? Because we just said the school systems ain't shit. What? So why invest it here to continue teaching my culture the bullshit when in reality, when them people come over here from Africa, I understand why they look at us like we some dumbass people, because in all honesty, we are. We know nothing. We only know what they have taught us. So me personally, I wouldn't invest in this system either because it's a lie. So maybe that's why. But she can't come out and say that.
No, I want to say this. I'm not hating on any of these people. Right. I want to put this out here. But I do want to say this. This is why charter schools are not celebrated by people who think like me. Right. We want private schools so we can control our curriculum when we can control.
Shout out to Umar Johnson.
So that we can stop them kicking off your board of your stuff.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's why, of course, it's even more of a slap in the face to say, well, why won't they? Like everybody did great for LeBron did a charter school. You know, it's called Freedom. What's it called? Freedom. Yeah, something like whatever. Yeah. But okay, that's
Freedom Academy.
Freedom Academy, yeah. Right? But if you think you're free, you're dumb. If you really think you're free, you dumb. Because there's nothing free in this system. Mm-hmm. False reality evidencing eventually. The shit that's going on, homie, you have to be very, very transparent with self-inventory to know how in the hell can all these people go to these schools but they ain't learning shit. Mm-hmm. We the sickest people, we're the brokest people, but we're the wealthiest people from the Creator. Mm-hmm. How can you be and this is what I'm saying about how you allow somebody to oppress you, but you can jump higher than everybody else in the world, run fast. So if you can jump higher and run faster, and you can heal from the sun, and everybody else gets killed from it, you can think better too. But now, if I separate you and disconnect you from your source, then I got you connected to the resource and not the main source.
Right.
So you'll never be able to attain the greatness that I had set out for you. That's why these conversations we're having now are very, very dynamic, and the man is changing, the consciousness is changing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the only people that are gonna get this is the remnant. You know, the elect.
He up here. Yeah. He up here on y'all. So he up here. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let y'all. He up here. I didn't expect this, Coco. I didn't expect this. I'm impressed. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The remnant, man. Because all of our people are just not gonna make it.
No, you can't continue to want to be numb and dumb.
And, you know, the more I'm talking and I'm thinking about, because it is some people that you can't, and I do understand why some people who are rich, like celebrities or whatever, don't help, because they look at it like a lot of us not gonna get it. But you heard of like Maslow's hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like you got to start at first. A lot of people, they ain't gonna be trying to hear stuff if we trying to, like, if you come into the community and you're trying to change, a lot of them not gonna hear it because the basic needs not being met. Mm-hmm. You know, if you got a whole lot of stuff going on at home, like say it's like abuse, physical violence, you ain't got no money, you barely making it from day to day, stuff like that. So if somebody come into your community talking about a job fair or something like that, and you at home getting molested, you know what I'm saying, or you getting abused or something else going on at home, like you not into that. So I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot that needs to be done in the community. Like
it's a lot going on in the world, but you got to figure out what your purpose and calling is, and focus on that, because there are a million more like you. And then that person that's going through that scenario, because one thing about it is sometimes that's where we get caught up and then we get lost in where we supposed to execute in your purpose, because it's like, well, I can go and deliver this message, but these kids don't want to hear me. And then when you start more focusing on the reasons why they won't, next thing you know, you won't either, and you're not. And so they're going on, and you ain't even gave them a chance. You done already made a man to the end of their outcome before even making an attendance or an appearance call. It's so much. It's a lot. But we can't feel like it's our job to fix it all. You just got to be a part of it.
Well, not only that, I think to add to that, by being a part of it, you have to be it.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, if you be what you want to change in the world, like that's cliche.
Yeah.
But it's really a real thing. Like whatever it is that you really want out here to happen, try your best to manifest that in your own life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you'll model that to somebody who, instead of preaching to them, hey y'all, I remember when I first became conscious, I wanted to scream from the mountaintop. Mm-hmm. Hey y'all, come over here. Liberation. You know, it's over here. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, you end up giving your pearls to the swine. Because
and you get shunned a lot.
I mean, that's what you expect when you're giving your pearls to swine. Right. They don't appreciate the pearls. They appreciate dirt and garbage and filth. Like, that's what they appreciate. So so this is what we're going back to, posting on the ground. You post something divine on the ground, it ain't going viral. 9 times out of 10. But we got all these challenges. Why don't we let's stop killing each other challenges?
Same thing. You sound like with that dude Charleston White. That he said when I was out here, homie, doing all that work, nobody paid attention. I get on here and start acting a damn fool, and everybody paying attention.
That's true.
He said he do that to bring you in. He's a character. He said everybody in there is a character, homie. He said when I realized that, you know what I'm saying, my whole perspective on life changed. He said, so I have no respect of person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't respect the rapper. I respect the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I love what that brother be saying, because he does. He goes so extreme that it pulls you in. And then he can tell you the truth. It's just like me playing NFL, being on TV. Like, you want to hear me come speak because you seen me on football and on the TV screen. But then when I come tell you my truth, you ain't got to think like me. I just want you to think like me. I decided to think. That's what changed my damn life.
And I'm happy people like you are starting to break through and get on TV. We need people who are in the mix. So my thing is being in a room who think and walk like us. The people, you know what I'm saying, who think and walk like us. Meaning that there are a lot of people that look like us to get in those rooms, but they not of us. You know what I'm saying?
I'm risking my career having a conversation like I'm having right now. But you know what? Because I know you, hey, why they got me. Bro, I turned down the gay roles, homie. I'm telling you right now, I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I could have been gone a long time ago if I would have been able. If I was chasing paper and not purpose. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the times, you know, we celebrate these people who've done this, and then you're like, oh, it's just the art. Well, no, a lot of this stuff is not about just art. Lil Nas X being pregnant on the front of a magazine like a woman is not about sexuality. That's about changing the narrative in a child's mind of what natural and unnatural is. You know what I'm saying? And look, whatever you do in your bedroom, you do in your bedroom. Ain't none of my damn, especially when you're an adult and you're grown. But at the end of the day, we know that there's certain things buttons that are being pushed and narratives that are being thrown out
to confuse the children.
That's what it goes. Hell, it confused the adults.
Yeah.
But yet it makes them feel like they got power to choose. And that's what they got to know. It's your choice. And it's like.
But you'll tell these babies about LGBT, but will not tell them about what food that they need to eat.
So I'm trying to figure out with the kids, it's like, if you going to tell them that that's okay, well, what y'all finna do with the Bible? Because in the Bible that y'all wrote, it says that's an abomination, so they going straight to hell.
It's just like the little
well, the Bible that you put your hand on, the Bible that you put your hand on when you testify in their courts. It's okay to touch on that Bible then. Right? But it's not okay to talk about it in school anymore. Because see, the beautiful thing about what I love about the Bible not being stated truly, but truly not being, stated truly, but truly stated.
We get what you're saying, yeah.
Is that when you start to dig in there, you find out, well, damn, was Jonah really in the belly of a whale, or was he being swallowed up by his circumstances? Was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in a fiery furnace, or did they have to burn this shit off them so they can go to another level? Well, being fruitful and multiply when just putting your seed in a woman, it was planting seeds in the hearts and minds of men. See what I'm saying? Like Adam and Eve wasn't just ADAM, it's ATOM. The first atom was a light. The prefix of darkness, Eve is evening, is Eve. God took light and darkness, brought that together to make. Come on. So like we don't look at it like that, but it's okay to look at the Bible figuratively here, and then on the other side, now we're looking at it.
Be a metaphor.
Well, if I cause you to sin, take it out. I'm not gonna really take.
It's a reason why. It's a reason why the Bible is the most sold book ever, because it has many what we like to say manipulations, and you know what I'm saying. But so yeah, you know what I mean. And it's like, and the thing is, we're not gonna beat your head. We're gonna switch up. I'm gonna leave it like this though. But the people who version y'all, the oppressor, we reading the oppressor version. We know what I'm saying. The oppressor got it, hit it with the remix, and say, here you go. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like,
that's what we're talking about the interpretation of even how we adopt scripture. Look, man, I read scripture every day.
Yeah.
Why would you call it a scripture?
Yeah.
A script is a movie. Think about this, man. A script is a movie, homie. Yeah. They told you Shakespeare would help write some of this Bible. Look, I'm telling you, the most beautiful things in the world I've ever was manifested came out of the Bible for me. But not in the way that you gave it to me. It was in the way that I was able to find it through you, Hey Wave. And you know what I'm saying? Through that connection.
Praise y'all.
Oh, do you believe? Because I know for me, when I read, when everybody just talk about how the Bible was, white man created, whatever. For me, I've always felt like when I read scripture, when I read the Bible, I feel like God reveals to me, and that's my thing. I feel like, because like what the enemy meant for evil, God would turn for good. And so to me, I feel like even if it was created to deceive us, or you know what I'm saying, mislead us, I feel like when I read it, God knows my heart. He knows. So I feel like when I'm reading these verses, He's speaking to me in a way, So that's how I feel about the Bible.
Our ancestors, I want to put this out. Our ancestors got the knowledge from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we got the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna get too deep on y'all, but we got the knowledge from Him. You see, they so like, but whatever I was talking about earlier, like the Bible is in your heart naturally as a person naturally. So and then they took the Torah and they took the preachings and you know what I'm saying, some of the sermons, they put it all together, and that's how you got the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And then they had, the queens back then, the kings, they got Shakespeare, they come in who's number one playwright, and to take our word, mix it with this and that, and they made the Bible.
Nah, man, look, the whole thing is look at the calendar year.
Yep.
We talked about the octopus.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Calendar throw it off.
October, everything is 8. Why is October the 10th month?
Yeah.
Nueve, 9. Everything new is 9. Why is November 11? Everything
they added months.
Everything definitely is 10. Why is December 12? Because Caesar Augustus and Julius Caesar, August and July, put their own calendar.
Yeah, that's what we don't need. That's what we on the Greco-Roman calendar. You know what I'm saying?
So this Roman calendar. That's why I say you can't treat me. You can't tell me to be romantic because I'm not a Roman, and it don't mean I'm not gonna treat you with respect and with the divine feminine that you are. It just means that let's really talk about it, right? And if you say you don't want to talk about it, okay,
fine.
I know what I'm dealing with, right? Because I can't convert you. I can't convince you to look at this thing like me. And so this whole conversation spews off into life for me in every area of what we've talked about, from the gossip and the celebrities to football and to politics and to what's going on with the war. I call it politics. You know, right wing, left wing, but it's one bird. You know, these people go to each other's funerals and shit and golf together.
Tell you he'll fuck nigga the whole year. Soon as he die, he the first one in the front row. I'm like, damn, you just say home was a fuck. Me, my like, this is how I talk. A fuck nigga the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't vote for him. He gonna have this and that. And y'all pulling up on folk. If I don't fuck with home, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? He just be, you know, like I say.
But that's how you know. That's how you know.
They all working together.
You know, and that's why I go back to the media thing. Like all of it is to distract you. You know what I'm saying? So they can distract you and they plan on your ignorance. They play on your fear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, fear and God can't occupy the same space. You know what I'm saying? You can't have fear and have God. You can't have God and have fear. You gotta choose one. You can't be afraid to live or die.
People are lost because they trying to balance out. They really are trying to balance out those behaviors.
Worrying.
And that's what I was saying when I'm like, even for me, I can be honest with myself and say, like, I do. That's part of what I struggle with. The fear
it takes time.
of trying to
stay
afloat in this work. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, that faith, my faith is still, you know, in God. Is so it's like it's a struggle.
This is the thing that I have to always remind my wife. You know what I'm saying? I say you can go in that room, you can worry yourself all motherfucking night. In the morning, the problem's still gonna be here. Focus on the solution. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, just because you're worried, that don't mean you're gonna put that. Because I don't want to die on an early heart attack. You know what I'm saying? I said because I trust that the Most High is gonna lead me to help lead us to keep going. Sometimes I say, hey, when you trying to do right, trying to have shit, you gotta sacrifice some shit. You probably can't stand a $500,000 house right there for a few years. You might have to stay on one for about 40 or 80. See, but you gotta know what your purpose is and what your plan is. You want to start a business, you can't have several businesses going on and when you trying to ball. You know what I'm saying? Some people can do both. That may not be your walk. Right. You may have to sacrifice 4-5 years. You know what I'm saying?
But if you're addicted to imagery, you're not gonna want to do that. And that's what we like. I gotta have this house. I gotta have this car. For everybody else's, you know, validation. But everybody want to talk about going to the solution. But you can't get a solution when you don't know why something happened or how something happened or actually just what happened. Like what happened to get you gonna repeat it. If I give you niggas money for reparations right now, you're gonna give it right back to them.
I mean,
reparations.
Even the money that Trump just dispersed, however you got it, EIL, PPP, however you got it. But I swear to God, we a year later and people right back broke.
Come on, so that should let you
poor habits.
Reparations without preparation leads back to that degradation. That's what it leads to.
Right.
What I did for my family was, I said we have to change our trajectory because it's like. Comfort is the devil's playground because when you're too comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have sometimes you got a lot of fire up under your ass to find out the person that's really inside of you. You know what I'm saying?
You never heard a success story without that. That's why most people who children come from wealthy families, their children don't have no dog in them, no lion, no go get in them.
When he saying dog, he mean that fight, he mean that bark. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and when you do that, see, this is where. Like you and me, This is where that come from. When you going through that storm, when you going through that flame, that builds the character, that builds that desire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you, no matter how much pain you in, on Sunday, you performing. You know what I mean? And that's the thing I've been trying to, you know what I'm saying, to get to, you know what I'm saying, to get my family to understand that, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, my sons, you know what I'm saying, you know, all my kids, my mom, my dad, listen, like, we don't got this far, you know what I'm saying, but there's another level we can go to. Why the fuck I said cuz? We have to go to know, we too complacent, we too comfortable. Shit need to change. So, after the first, they were mad at me the first month, but I switched the whole game up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers laying around, everybody too comfortable. Yeah. So when something happen, it's gonna be too detrimental. We not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's too one side. We need to spread. We need to spread. So I had to pull the nipples out of my kid's mouth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had to tell my wife, you know what? You gonna have to. You know, I need more. I had to do more. So I'm doing more myself. I'm pushing myself to the limit. You gotta model it. Yeah.
You gotta model whatever it is that you want. That's what I'm saying about be the change that you want to see. If you just saying let's do this, let's change, but you still doing the same habits, like no, like the difference between a successful person and a failure is one thing. Yeah. And people be like, "What is that?" And I say the same things that failures don't like to do. Successful people don't like to do them either. They just get in the habit of doing it. Yep. So your habits is the one thing that separates a successful person from a person who is failure. Because what you do most of the time, where you spend your money at, where you spend your energy at, where you spend your time, that's gonna manifest when you come into a certain area.
Pull yourself out of them folks' system. My wife, you know what I'm saying, she been wanting to do her cooking thing. Like I said, by the time she started the catering business. You know what I'm saying? I say, you know what, bro, you gotta start asking. You know what I'm saying? We doing it. You know what I'm saying? I want to, you doing it. You know what I mean? Or I'm tired. It don't matter. People expecting every Sunday that you're gonna step to the plate. You've already laid that foundation. I can't let you goddamn sit down and take a day off because if I let you take off this Sunday, next Sunday you're gonna want to take off. Before you know it, in 3 Sundays we ain't did anything, and the dream is and the fire is out. We gotta keep that flame going. But guess what? We got our kids watching us. So guess what? If we slack and we bullshit, they gonna slack and we bullshit, and our grandkids gonna slack and bullshit. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to break the generational curse of my family about the mistakes my parents made. You know what I mean? And so then now my parents was now on Sunday when we doing, you know what I'm saying, my wife now my mom is there, she helping make the mac and cheese. My dad washing the dishes. He done, you know what I'm saying? So like I said Sunday, I say, you know what? This all I was trying to get y'all to understand, man. This is what it's gonna take for us to be successful. Right. We all gotta have this desire. So we gotta have this desire. Everybody talking about how we gonna do it. We doing it. Right. I don't give a fuck. We make $150. That's $150 more than what we had. And we put that shit over there. You don't spin it. You let it add up. You need something. You got it. Before you know it, you building it. You know what I'm saying? One of my greatest that I heard Dick Gregory said. People ask him, "Oh, they built the pyramid. How they do it?" He said, "With one brick." You know what I'm saying? One brick. You know what I mean? It take a brick on top of 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 a brick. He said, if it fall, you can build that shit back up. But if you never make that try and make that effort, you'll never do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got a restaurant here too. Let's talk about that.
I had a restaurant.
Okay, you had a restaurant
on Peter Street called Dream Cafe.
Okay.
For 4 years.
Okay.
And I closed it down in 2018.
Why you closed it down?
Because brick and mortar is tough.
Yeah.
And my lease was up, and so I could have renewed it and kept the business going. But everything else that I had going on, it didn't align with my passion. You know, we did a lot of great things. We had a great open mic. We had a pretty decent menu, healthy options for people. And we used to do a night called Conscious Conversation. And people always ask me to bring it back, man. But brick and mortar is tough. It's tough. You got to be in this edifice and making sure, you know, everything is run a certain way.
And you gotta make a profit.
You gotta make that. You know, and when I opened that thing, I learned that you don't control people, you control the system. You know what I'm saying? You that's why I like teams like New England. They've been successful because the system was so dope that they could plug anybody in there. You don't control people, you control the system. And the same thing goes in business.
Yeah. The number one thing that I always take from things like that is that's what I try to tell when people come to me. I say, listen, you got to look at what's successful And what you gotta do is you gotta see why it's successful. You know why? Like you said, why niggas say because they have a system in place. They can and like this, the train keep going. The reason why NFL has been around 100 years because guess what? Guys like you come and go, and guess what? They keep the train going because they. In our community, in our businesses, in our structures, we got to get us a system. Gonna keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
That's real, and that's what I'm saying. Like being able to infiltrate, educate, liberate, and vacate the system. Most of our people infiltrate, educate, and assimilate. And like you said, we get too comfortable. So now I don't want to create change because I don't want to rock the boat and lose my money and lose my comfortability. So I'm not gonna say nothing. You know, or I'm not gonna do nothing. And so then when you have that mentality, now you dealing with something that's very detrimental to our people, to our culture, and that's what we're dealing with right now. You know, I mean, I'm in 100 Black Men, right?
Congratulations.
Nah, I mean it's cool, but I'm telling this story because of this. Like one of my first mentor sessions, I went in, I had some red bottoms on, jeans, our shirt, and then a majority of the other brothers were in khakis and like dress shoes. So one of the brothers came up to me like, "Man, Steve, we don't really, we don't wear this kind of stuff." And I'm like, "Hey, bro, look, if I gotta do all this and all that, I'm not gonna be here. Now, when it's time to wear a suit, I dress all y'all in here, but I'm coming to relate to young people. As soon as we walk in the thing, oh, I like the shoes. They call it. And I looked at bro like, come on, man, they not feeling that energy. You got to know your audience.
You look like a probation officer.
It's called like LeBron said, we gotta. It's like you gotta. What I'm looking for, like the kids gonna like that shit old. Like you gotta. What's that word? You gotta grow. It's told to him like. Anyway, but you got to grow. Like you got to keep the narrative. Like we got to change the narrative. Like that's one thing. Me and my dad, we used to always bump heads, right? And about like what does it take to be a successful man? You know what I'm saying? And like what's the role? And then you gotta get to. I say, Dad, that's not my walk. And I fought and I did whatever I had to do to get my family where I had to get my family to. And so it was coming a time when I had to have a conversation with my dad. Like, look, man, it's time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a wrap. Come on, you know what I'm saying? I told my wife, go get Dad, bring him. He good, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, I said, see, if I would have played with what the world say is right, you feel what I'm saying? Then you'll still be struggling, you know what I'm saying? You'll still be doing what you're doing because that's the walk that you did. But see, guess what? Your walk was to hand me that baton. And I'm supposed to take that baton, and then I take your game, which I watch what you did, I take it to another. Now I do what I'm doing. So guess what? When Simeon and Lil Frankie and Fat Boy, when they go big, they see what Big did, and they take that baton, they take, you know what I'm saying? I said, so in life, they ain't hold us back on anything is progression. That's what I'm saying. We gotta progress. So like that was the old way. The khakis, not knocking that.
No,
not knocking that.
There's a place for that.
There's a place for that. But kids wanna see the progression. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta know your audience, bro. And like I'm saying, you gotta. When I go speak to an athlete, when I go speak to these schools, and I'm speaking to athletes, I know I have a different vernacular and a different approach than when I'm speaking to the school of business. Because these are two different mentalities. Even though most of these people are student athletes, these people over here ain't athletes at all. So at the end of the day, man, I love these conversations, and I'm thankful that y'all had.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you, man. Go ahead, Coco.
Great interview. No, I was just gonna ask like what I'm transitioning because what project.
We talk about none of that.
None of that. We went too philosophical.
But that's when you know it's a good
for real
conversation.
No, like you said, we chilling with family.
Yeah.
But I'm on. I got Cobra Kai, Ruthless, Underground Railroad, and the Game. I'm on those four. And then I just booked the show.
I really wanted to get into the Game. Did y'all watch the Game? The new one?
I started watching.
That's not my cup of tea.
Like the mental health aspect. Like I love that whole direction it went in. Yeah.
They hit on that. Look, I just produced a show called The GOAT, which is and I have an amazing team of people that did it with me. and it's basically American Idol but for motivational speakers. And so we about to get picked up on one of the OTT platforms for that. So it's gonna be dope. Yeah.
What's OTT? What that's time for?
OTT is over the top, like Hulu, Netflix, Tubi, BT Plus, all those OTT platforms, and so you get an opportunity to, you know, possibly be on one of those. Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be dope. And then I just booked this show called Finding Happy, which Said Entertainer is one of the EPs on it, and B Simone and myself are two of the leads in it. So it's dope. Okay.
Yeah. So what is it? What's the concept?
It's like a romantic comedy kind of series. Okay. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope.
Okay, and that's gonna be good.
The writers
just to see her grow and her.
But the writing on there is man. Yeah, she's anointed. Shout out to the writer on that, Kendra, and I mean everybody, the director, the whole team, man. The whole.
Y'all don't shot the pilot.
No, we shooting it. We about to shoot right now.
Okay.
Yep, we shooting this week, and so I just left set. I'm going back tomorrow, so we excited about this, you know. And so yeah, man. I mean, I'm auditioning every day. Well, not every day, but every week I have like at least 4 or 5 auditions, and you never know what you get picked up on. You know what I mean? I auditioned for P Valley 7 times. You know what I'm saying? I was up for the diamond role, which was a security guard. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, okay. Whew.
Yeah.
I remember what you said. You turned down the guy. So, okay. Well, boy got to the door and said, I ain't doing the gay shit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, people, when they bringing that back?
It's coming back
The
soon.
security guard was.
No. I'm saying making sure the two love interests is the dude and the rapper. The rapper is undercover gay. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, my wife, I was laying in the bed one night, I had been out fucking off, and she was like, nigga, you gonna lay here and watch it shoot me? And I was like, and for I know, I was like, damn, that was all right.
And you gotta take the meat and leave the bones. No pause. But
yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's
the writing's good. Yeah. Then before you get we want to get your shit everybody want to know about you. This is serious question we ask everybody come on our show, see if you're a real nigga or not.
All right, say that.
Baked chicken or fried chicken?
Really now, but if I got to choose, I'd say.
So you don't eat meat?
No, I eat meat, but like I go by the blood type diet, so I don't eat a lot of chicken.
Okay. So you got your blood type test?
Yeah.
Okay.
So B negative, B negative and B positive. So they ain't supposed to eat a lot of chicken.
So you went to I know it's a black lady.
Really? That does that? Nah, I did it when I was in the league a long time ago. Okay. But they even got like little pokers you can get from Walgreens to poke yourself. Yeah. To tell you what your blood type is.
And what you supposed to eat? Okay.
And then, that
I love chicken. I know I ain't supposed to eat. I know.
You know your blood type?
Nah.
Yeah.
But that's all he likes is chicken.
Nah, I like chicken. I'm just saying I can just tell by looking at my body that I was not I eat chicken. But
if I had to choose, I'd say fried.
Fried, okay. Yeah. Collards or cabbages?
Collard.
Yams or peach cobbler?
Me.
Is yams a dessert?
No.
Thank you.
Yams are a dessert.
You should never answer that question. He answered it, and he comes from the Most High. It's the best answer.
Right.
So, you can just
brother,
favorite wing flavor?
Honey lemon pepper.
Okay.
Honey lemon pepper. Y'all got to try that.
Wings are flat. Drums are flat.
Drum.
You sound like a drum. Blue cheese or ranch?
I'm gonna go ranch.
Best. Okay, I gotta ask this question. Best soul food in the city. When you want soul food, I know you don't eat a lot because you're healthy.
Nah, I do though, but I love soul food. The best soul food in the city is at my old girl house, my mama house.
Yeah.
I go to the genetic on the rock out. But I'll say, Busy Bees used to go hard.
Busy Bee, but you gotta be a nigga to play in the league. You gotta be a scripple. Cause a common man, I went there one day for 2 people spent $90 fucking. You know what I'm saying? So
they gonna tax you.
God damn.
The specials used to be like $7.99, $8.99 back in the early 2000s.
When?
Back in 2000,
Shit.
between 2000.
I'm trying to morph back into 2000 then, goddamn.
No, I think I do remember it being like that. But I ain't. They still open.
Yeah, they still.
Yeah, they still.
So who would you say? You would say Busy Bees?
I would say Busy Bees because let me tell you my Chanterelle story.
Oh, okay. See, I thought, yeah, that just said Chanterelle.
I went in there, man, and the food. I'm like, damn, that shit look good, smell good, and it was good, but it fucked me up when I looked down in the corner and seen all them roaches.
Damn.
You
Chanterelle now.
Chanterelle was over there on the west end.
Yeah, in the west end.
Come on, man, I know what I'm talking about.
West end. Damn, you fucked me up. That's why they closed. R.I.P. to Chanterelle. That ain't gonna lie. That goddamn smothered chicken over fucking right.
Yeah.
God damn. That just be fun. Yeah, that just be good.
That baked chicken.
Yeah, that baked chicken. Yeah. No. Let me tell you something. Fried chicken is better than baked.
Oh, okay.
Don't have no misunderstanding.
Check this out. Just fried and slap the gravy on top.
Yeah, that's smothered. Yeah. Now I fuck with baked chicken, but I'm just saying, like, you put some grease on the chicken and it went. I don't think I tell that was steak.
Damn. You say that over the steak?
Yeah. I have addicted to chicken. Okay, now we're gonna get into some of your musical influence. You know what I'm saying? You know, in Atlanta, I'm a greater baby born and raised, you know what I'm saying?
You see that meme?
What?
Everybody talking about they're a greater baby and don't know he was like a
slave. Yeah, no. I seen Tyreek, he gave I watched him on Beehive show, he talked about that. Yeah. But see, that's just like the word nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga is a term of endearment for our community. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. I've been know the story about Grady because I was a seeker of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So I tell you really. Yeah, I already know about that. But that shit don't change the fact though. Like, he was a fuck nigga. He was like Grady was a fuck nigga. But I was born and that's how people. That's how people like. We were from Atlanta. Let you know that we are authentically from here. You know what I'm saying? That's all that means. Look, not you. See, do these niggas see. I'm from. See. Let me.
What about Crawford Long? Crawford Long over here too now.
Crawford Long, Georgia Baptist. That's how I explain that to you. You had people who was in the trenches, who come from the bottom. Okay. Then you had folks who worked at the Ford plant, the Chevy plant. They paying when the HBCU came back. There was accountants and all them. Yeah. Crawford Long, Georgia Baptist. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
and the DeKalb Medical. Though with them black folks.
Which one the sweetest? Which one the sweetest out of all of them?
Now Georgia Baptist had the pretty women. Okay. You know what I'm saying? They stayed on the other side of Cascade and Fayetteville.
You admit that I'm pretty.
No, not you. No. Okay, move right along. So that's why that happened. You know. Anyway, we gotta get that. So, and I said that to say that music for so favorite Future album.
I don't know about the album. I ain't gonna lie to
you. You got so many songs.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness.
Favorite Future song.
Pico, man. I like that Pico though.
Okay, Pico. Okay, okay.
Say it again now.
So like, okay, so what song like back when you was, you know what I'm saying, like when you finna work out, or you finna go, what song?
I say high school. Everybody was on P. I'm 40.
Yeah, Master P.
We was on P, dog. Like P was, and then when I got into college, we was on the Hot Boy. We was on, you know what I'm saying, Cash Money. Yeah. And then as time evolved, you know, you start opening your palette for different things, and now you gotta embrace what these young boys are doing, even though a lot of the times it, like I said, it's directed in the wrong way. Yeah, but
I respect them. Yeah, but I don't respect their message all the time.
The message, that's what I'm saying. Because you got to think though, even with Master P and Cash Money in that era, that was a different message than KRS-One and you know what I'm saying, and Public Enemy and them guys. And when you think about Arrested Development and PM Dawn, and you know that kind of hip hop where you know you can have a vibe for real, you know, and then you come to now where you can only catch a vibe when somebody
murder and death.
Somebody low-key singing on that, right?
My son my son say I always talk shit about Dirt and Kodak. I love Dirt and Kodak as artists, but I've heard enough slide. Right. Like I'm from the get money era. We talked about getting money, being with women, having a good time. Y'all niggas be crunk going off killing. Right. Like when it's time to kill, everybody come sad.
I'm from Pompano, so like Kodak is somebody who like I kind of understand his mindset.
Yeah, I understand it. I like it.
But at the end of the day, you're right. Like it's misguided energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think these boys.
It's time for them to progress and grow beyond that.
No, but they don't respect the Diddies.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? They don't respect these boys because they know that you really not genuine. The most beautiful thing in life is being able to come across a person who's genuine. Even then they fuck up. See, the reason why Pac is in love by everybody still to this day.
Yeah.
As a baby, what he did as a baby was because he was genuine, homie.
Yeah.
And genuine energy always wins over anything else. I'm telling you this because if somebody know you passionate and genuine about what you're saying and what you're doing, they gonna ride with that. And these young boys see through it. It's like a baby.
Yeah.
Who sees through a person's energy. Oh, they crying when you come around because they know you not genuine. You know, and these young boys, they'll try to go talk to a P or go talk. Like I remember Kodak was like, man, P tried to sun me and tried to get over on like y'all. This is what we saying about Diddy. Like you can't get over on these young people, man. The boys got tech. Yeah. They got tech now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they not about to just let you just do them any kind of way because you quote unquote the OG. If you really an OG is supposed to really get a game away. Yeah. When they know somebody gonna do something with it. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what? When you make it, you gonna always pay homage to me. Because I gave you nuggets, homie, I ain't need that.
That what makes you a legend.
That's what makes you a legend.
See, a lot of times, like a lot of time with the OG, I tell my homeboy, and I tell niggas like, bro, we gotta learn to get out the way, get out these young nigga way, and let them have that shit. Like, I like, bro, we 44, we don't need to be on the hood every day. Right. We look lying to these niggas. Right. Like, we here touch like, let them young nigga have this shit, bro. Man. Like, it's progression. You know what I'm saying? Because in a day, we need to be on some, like, boom, we don't master the hood. Now it's time for us to get out here and master some other shit. Like, damn, bro. So when they ready for they progress, they got somebody to come to and say, bro, I'm ready. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we all in the hood scrambling doing all this stupid shit. Then you know what I'm saying?
Bro, that emotion is overcrowded. Too many people.
This is why you say. This is why they call it a hood. Because when you put a hood over your face, you hide the truth on what's really going on. We don't live in communities. We live in neighborhoods. And when I put this hood over your head, I hide the truth on what's going on. So by the time you take the veil off, you 45, 50 years old, and you still walking around talking about you game making. You still walking around talking about you hard and tough. Like these young niggas ain't got no choice but to go that route when you their model. You got to think about who they model is, man. And I'm talking about somebody who they can relate to.
Yeah, I'm still stepping on shit, bro. You 45 years old, bro. Yeah. Where your kids at? Like you still trying to like. Me and my partner got
You can still have your swag. You can still have your demeanor, but still be a grown ass man. Yeah.
It comes a point when me and my partner got to argue about 2 weeks ago. I said, bro, like nigga, I said, hey man, I'm middle aged, nigga, like. Nigga, I'm a dad, I'm a husband, like I got a couple business, like nigga, I don't know what the fuck y'all didn't want me to do. Right. Like, I don't want to kick it. Right. Like you come by the high, we can go meet somewhere, go grab a drink and something to eat right quick, but nigga, I ain't trying to like go to the I'm not trying, I don't have no money to waste no more. You know? That shit, I did it in my 20s and 30s. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be different. Special occasion.
I would pay $25 or $30 more than the store, but I wasn't paying hundreds of dollars more.
On special occasions.
But now your life is at risk. I'm talking about you can't even go to the gas station without. I don't go nowhere without my phone on me. Yeah. I'm talking about for real, because a person will kill you over a car, man. So like. I'm about to go to the club. No, when the sun go down, bitch, I'm going down. Yeah. I don't got time to be playing because when your purpose is more important than any other distraction, then you already know. Like you say, bro, I got business, I got children, I got a purpose that is supersede hanging out with a nigga talking about, man, let's go kick it. For what? You want to do a business, bro? We can go have a meeting at the cigar lounge, the Suzuka lounge, and let's talk it out.
Yeah, how we going? Bro, cause like I don't want to talk about it, whatever going on. Like boom, like I went to the hood yesterday, pull up to see one of my friends. He battling cancer also, and same shit going on. This how I got shot up last week. That how I got shot up last week. Bro, you never come through. Look what the fuck you just told me. That how I got shot up last week. Like I don't need to be here. Like I was like, man. And I said, man, won't you move? They killing everywhere. I said, this is why niggas don't come see you. Niggas don't come see you.
We can come over
like,
to tonight.
You know what I'm saying?
But the main thing that I think we gotta change is melanated people. Before I go is our consumption, not just our consumption in food, but our consumption in TV. You know, the music, the people you hang around. We gotta change our consumption. Because if you tell me what somebody consuming, I'm gonna tell you what they producing. So I know what I'm saying, and they've been killing us through health, man. They've been killing our people more through health, and because if you're not consuming the right things, you ain't gonna think right. You gonna go to the pharmacy instead of the farmer. You know what I'm saying? So to me, if I'm gonna leave a message with anybody, that's more important than anything we didn't talk about tonight is we got to do better with our consumption. You know, we got to really change what we consume in 360, and that's the solution. Change. If you change what you consume, and I change and I'm not talking about, you're vegan or you're vegetarian. No, you know what you need to stop eating bullshit putting in your body. You know, fruits and vegetables are gonna do certain things. You know, water and rest are gonna do another thing. Like, come on. You know when you overeating because you stressed out. You know when you over drinking because you eating and you can't breathe no goddamn more. You eat enough.
So what's 30 seconds? Tell us, because you keep talking about eating. Somebody at the table who likes to eat. What is your typical day that you eat? What you eat a typical day?
Typical day.
Breakfast.
I'm gonna wake up and I'm not gonna eat breakfast. I'm gonna take my water and my herbs. And I might have a piece of fruit. I'm gonna go ride maybe 20, 30 miles on my bike. I might go to the gym. And then I'm gonna go handle my business or whatever. I listen to my body tell me what to consume because I started taking these herbs and I stopped listening to them tell me, oh, you gotta eat 3 meals a day. You gotta eat 6 meals a day. Huh? A lot of the shit and the protein that we put in our body and processed food we put in our body, your digestive system can't even break this shit down, bro. You know, and because we don't eat bioavailable nutrients, which is stuff from the earth, we eat food, not nutrients. So this is what I'm saying. When you start consuming different things, you're gonna start changing the way you think. And that I'm telling you, we'll have less killings. They've been doing this through the food for the longest. So a typical day for me is I fast and then I can eat whatever I want in the range of my blood type. That's
for your blood type, what food is good for you?
I can eat salmon, I can eat cod, I can eat trout, I can eat snapper and a fish, I can eat turkey, I can eat red meat like venison, grass-fed beef, elk, bison. I eat that kind of stuff on meat wise. And then vegetables, I can pretty much do anything I want on veggies. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm not supposed to eat shrimp and lobster. Who don't love shrimp fried rice, lobster fried rice? Come on, bro. Who don't love fried chicken wings? You know what I'm saying? But I can't eat that every day. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to change the way I look and how I feel, I'm 40 years old. I know dudes that's my age that look like they used to walk my grandma to school, man. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. and it's because of what we consuming.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Bro,
I'm just talking shit. I'm just
after the show, maybe you can give some type of consultation about,
Well, I would love to help my brother if he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Because
you're a trainer too.
Huh? Nah, but like not in that way.
Yeah.
I'll give
Yeah, man. It's time. I do need to lose about 20 or 30 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I really do. No. I listen to him. Coco insults me. You seem like you're gonna keep it G.
From the very beginning, I tried to get him on like something. Yeah, I even just working out.
But sometimes you can't.
It's all about timing.
It's the mascot.
It's all about timing. At that time, my life. You know what I'm saying? At that time, my life was a little bit more speed up. Right now, my life is a little bit more slowing down. I got things more. You know what I'm saying? So right now, my cousin Larry. So like Larry, he called me people. All my circle have been keep talking to me and talking like, bro, I'm not stupid. Like when everybody keep telling you the same thing, then you know what I'm saying.
See, at the end of the day, bro, like that's the beautiful thing about self-inventory, that you being open to listen to it. Because a lot of people not. And then, like you said, you wouldn't have seen a homeboy had cancer. One of my best friends died at 38 from a heart attack. That I played with. 38, bro. He was overweight, and he didn't want to shift. Like my auntie died from pancreatic cancer. My auntie was at 400 pounds one time. She was putting too much pressure on her pancreas. You know, like this is what we, don't get into diabetes and high blood pressure, stroke, and all the stuff we deal with as melanated people. It's just literally the information is there, and if we want to change it, we can change it. We can. And bro, I help you. I give you all the information.
Yeah.
My mentor is 57 years old, Liddell Hill, and he looks just as good as me. And he's
shout out to bro.
Yeah, no, but he's a biochemist. He's molecular health specialist. Like he'll tell you what broccoli would do to phase 1 of your liver, or what asparagus would do to phase 2 of your liver. Like he's that in depth. And then he'll tell you what alcohol will do to your system.
So you don't drink alcohol either?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'm finna say this nigga's a robot. He a clone. He don't have no imperfections.
Yeah.
Okay, so you drink tequila.
I drink. Bro, I don't discriminate on what I drink, but I mostly drink wine at this point in my life. Okay. But if I want Douce, if I want, you know what I'm saying, if I want to get me Casamigos, if I, you know what I'm saying, I get me a drink. But don't get me wrong, I got a buku liquor in my house that I won't even touch on a daily basis. But if I probably drink a bottle of wine,
every day. What's your wine of choice? You a sweet red?
Nah, not sweet red. Nah, less dry is my favorite, but not sweet. But like one of my favorites is you can't go wrong with Canis and Clark Telephone and Conundrum, but that's more hot end.
Yeah, see, he talking out of tap, right?
But a wine that I'm gonna tell people they didn't get is Miomi. It's a Pinot Noir that I think a lot of people palate will get them ready to move to the next level in wine. But Miomi is dope. And it's a twist top. You know what I'm saying? So it's good.
What color is that?
It's red. Yeah, it's a Pinot Noir.
How much they call? About $12?
24. Double it up.
The 20, that ain't bad.
No, that ain't bad. But
that ain't bad. Cause I drink, in a good bottle of liquor, about once a week. I have a few drinks. What? I
go to all these $2.99. That's like 12 bottles. You talking about what? Shit, I'm gonna stick with my little arm.
That's funny. Nah, but it's the same thing. Like it's the same thing with the same thing with the liquor, and with that, like it is with the food. Like you can't put 87 in your 93 in your car, and 87 in your body. You know what I'm saying? You can get a new car, you can't get a new body. But we'll go put 93 gas in a luxury car, but put 87 gas in our.
That's why I love Honda products. You can put 87 and all that shit, and it's gonna run good. I see. I was stupid. I ain't stupid no more.
Price of gas.
Right.
Okay.
But Coco, you
yeah, my question. Thank you, sir.
Get up out of here. Let that man go. They were interested. Go ahead.
No, seriously. So, question I like to ask all, I guess, at the end is, we talked about all the crazy stuff going on in the world. It's a lot of violence, a lot of killing. What's one thing? I heard you talk about consumption, but what's one thing you think we could do to contribute to world peace? Just like
I go back to saying, the self thing. We've been so taught, Cole, to look without that we don't look within. So we point the finger and we doing all this pointing, but then it's like if I wasn't doing what I'm doing in the community, I wouldn't be saying to let's build a unity center. Right. If I wasn't really doing that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be pointing the finger at something at a thing and you're not being the change that you want. And so we want more peace, then why don't we create peace within? You want peace, but you at turmoil with yourself. Right. You can't even look in the mirror at you. And but you saying I want world peace? No, it don't work like that. The peace it comes. It's an inner thing, man. And that inner, the most important things in the world. And I'll leave with this. Start with information, intellect, inspiration, intimacy, insight, integrity. You know what I'm saying? Some of the most important words in the English language starts with I-N. You know, even when you saying energy, I use an INNERG, right? Like it's called energy, not allergy. Right. It's called insecurities, not out security. Right. You blaming somebody else for your insecurities when you need to go within and fix that. You know, mental wellness and health is real, but it's a lot of the things that we are coddling and babying now that, you know, we making it bigger than what it should be on the mental. Oh, I have PTSD from somebody calling me a nigga. Yeah. You know what people went through back in the day? Right. Like hanging from a tree like you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Right. So yeah. Your shaking knee syndrome. Right. Be that. Whatever you want, you know. Be that.
I like it. Well, thank you so much, Stevie, man. This is like one of the best interviews. I want to call it a conversation. This one even
we don't do interviews. We don't do interviews.
We appreciate you for coming.
No, thank you.
Yeah, man. This was amazing. This was dope. The energy was definitely in the building. We want to thank you, man. We appreciate it.
I feel like
I enjoyed it too.
See, no. See, they use anyway.
He didn't have to talk about being shot up and stuff. He was inspired. He was motivated.
Anyway, let me tell y'all.
So he did. Normally don't like deep conversations.
That's not true. I don't like deep conversation when motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they talking about. Yeah. See, you know, no, I don't. No. I'm a real black person. Of course, all black people. I like. See, black people look at ratchet as being something disparaging. I don't. That is real authenticity. Ratchet is authenticity. I like girl with the fur slippers on. You know what I'm saying?
You like the bunny?
Yeah.
No. You don't mind the bunny?
No. I don't mind a bunny if you don't stink.
Oh no!
See, if you stink, you gotta tell no. I don't want you to go out there. Now, let me tell you something. I don't want you to come out every day in your bunny.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But you go on get a little something.
You be sprinkling it a little bit.
Why? I'm fucking with the bunny. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's just me. But I hate people to come on your show and they want to get these fucking soliloquies. And to me, this shit sound dumb as fuck, and it's against my belief system. So that's why I don't want to talk about it, because we ain't on the same ballpark. So I don't want you come on my show and then you get talking this dumb shit, and then I don't want to hear this shit. Now, I ain't gonna do like they do. They get in there, they don't want to hear that shit. They get in their goddamn phone. We got there on Instagram. See, I don't do that. I have to still engage with the people. You know what I mean? Yeah. We want to thank you for coming on the show, man. We really, really appreciate it, man. Give us your Instagram, your website, your community, wherever. Give it all up.
Everything. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. Shit, TikTok is Stevie Baggs Jr. STEVIEBAGGSJR. So that's what it is, man.
Man.
I appreciate the media show.
Yeah.
Foundation, Cedar, is that something that people can volunteer to be a part of?
Yeah, like at this point, the after school program is shut down because of COVID, of course. Mm-hmm. So we kind of moving everything virtual, and people can always donate. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we're working on some partnerships where we can try to get back into some of these schools because at the end of the day, like I feel like change is hands on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And when you open that back up, man, please invite us. I want to come see that. I want to look at that. You know what I'm saying?
They need to see stuff like this and know that this is attainable. You know, because I think a lot of times it seems so like all the way out of reach, and then if you don't make it, if that was something you did, then you feel like you're inadequate, and then now they feel like, man, I ain't got nothing to do but to go to the streets, like you were saying, like I'm gonna get me some J's, I'm gonna get me some designers, I'm gonna get them one way or another. Right. Yeah.
I'm the biggest Jordan fan on earth. I love Jordan. I ain't bought me no Jordan in a year, man. I said I wasn't gonna buy no more J's until I get out of debt, man.
Hey, okay.
That's smart though, bro.
Try to get out of debt.
No, that's smart.
Then I buy my kids shoes. That's my me. Yeah. I'm in Pumas and Adidas. Next week, good people. Hey, you got anything you want to leave up with?
Thank y'all and good night.
Stevie Baggs. Stevie Baggs.
Let's go, nigga, I'm back. I'ma do this shit in my way. I'm here. Okay. Tell these niggas, man. 100. Nigga, fuck all that bullshit. I'm here.